Hello and welcome to episode 4 of season 2 of the /sthg/podcast, recorded in October 10th, 2020 at 5 p.m. BST. We are currently waiting for an aunt to join. Please relax and enjoy the music.
Love it every time. Bit of nostalgic music. This is played all the way back in since the beginning episodes. The first 4 episodes, this song was played every time. So it's nice to hear it again. Oh, there we go. Alright, so here we are. 4 of the season 2. It's good. Here we are. Yeah. Hope you all are doing well. I hope you all have full bellies and are nice and cozy. Some special people might come on later. I think they come on at the same time. They might not come out, but we'll see who shows up. Yeah. I just wanted to say, I really enjoy Sonic the Hedgehog. And I really do. Probably gonna be with this franchise for the rest of my life, and I say that completely unironically. Because I really do. I don't know what it is about him. It's just I really love the character, the world. I love the ocean and beach vibes it gives off. I love the character design again. Sonic himself is very cool. He's something that I think a lot of people could aspire to be like. Yeah, it's just, there's so many good characters too, like Tails, Knuckles, Amy, all of them I love. I love Shadow, I love Infinite, I love Necklace, I love Silver. There literally is not a Sonic character I dislike. Every single one, Zavok, everyone. So, yeah. I think even if the next game turned out to be complete garbage, total garbage, I don't think I would be even upset. Or yeah, I would be upset obviously, but I wouldn't leave the franchise. Yeah, so man. I'm wondering if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm fine. I was going to start my, working more on my fic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one this is a new one. This is the one you're working on.
No, this is my, the old one, the next chapter of it.
This is chapter 4 or 5?
Yeah. 4.
4. It's good. What, how long you plan on making it?
I don't really know. I'm just gonna go until it's done.
So where are you trying to get done with it?
Well, I don't really have a time frame or anything. I'm just gonna work when I can, because if you really try to force it, it's not really gonna be as great. You can't really
It's genuine.
focus. Yeah. So you just gotta wait till you're really in the mood to do it, and then you do it.
Yeah. I think I've probably asked you this before, but I'll ask again. How long do you think you're gonna make it?
Judging from how it is now, probably pretty long.
It's gonna be a slow burn.
Not really slow burn, but like it's because right now chapter 4 is really still pretty much the beginning.
Hmm. Yeah, I gathered that from what I read. It's kind of like it's throwing in the wood to make a bigger fire.
Yeah.
When so how many chapters until you feel like it's gonna be the climax, like the midpoint?
Well, I have it in like different acts, and each act will have its own sort of climax that leads into the next act. So the first act's ending will probably be around, I don't know, 10 maybe? And then there'll be the second act, which is the main meat of the story. And then the third act, which is the final, the ending.
Gotcha. It's good to hear. What about your other stories ideas? I heard you were saying about developing those as well.
Yeah, do have a few ideas, but I'm not really focusing on them right now.
Oh, really? You're just mainly focusing on the other one?
Although I did sort of get sidetracked because I'm making this chart thing that compares every iteration of Shadow.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like it takes...
Do you have it on hand?
It's still... I've already finished the section about Makawa's shadows. And right now I'm doing Izuka's shadows and the other... I posted the general list on the, thread.
You must have not seen it. Did you just post it, or?
No, you gotta scroll up a bit.
Oh, here you go. The list of DAOs I'm putting on my DAO chart.
Yeah. The does.
Those. Zuka does. Game does. And these all Sparky dough and Rakefic dough.
Well, those are just more like, because I want to sort of talk about how those iterations are, since they're sort of like kind of focused on the general.
What's on the what are you actually gonna put on the chart?
Basically just sort of describing each one and how they really act and are shown off.
I see. So, gotcha. What oh, that's good. So, are these the only shadows you're putting on there, or are you putting more?
Those are the only ones I'm putting on there right now, but because those are pretty much all the main ones, plus a few extras.
What's your favorite out of the bunch?
Probably 06 Shadow.
Oh yeah. Didn't he work for Gun or something?
Well, he didn't work for them because they mentioned specifically that Shadow was just requested to help.
Oh, I see. Would you like him to work for Gun?
I think he should help Gun, but not like always work for them.
So he's like Batman with the police.
Kind of, but less. Because sometimes they get kind of confrontational, but Shadow's friendly with the commander, so...
The two-eyed commander?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Do you have any? Are you gonna make any other charts for any other characters?
Not really. I'm just sort of doing this since I
You
feel
like
like it.
Shadow?
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Hmm. Yeah. So I know you like Sonic and Shadow, right?
Yeah.
So what would be your third favorite character?
Third. It's kind of a tough one. Maybe metal or
Metal.
silver.
Have you come up with any stories? I know you did the silver one, but did you do any other stories with them? Or planning on doing any other stories with them?
Hmm. I'll think about it.
You think about
So nothing really comes to mind now.
it? I like your silver one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I worked on that for the milestone, so
Yeah, it's pretty good. I read it for post the milestone, but I enjoy it regardless.
thank you. So I guess I'm gonna have to maybe make a Sage one, the next one, even though Zavok should have won. I was gonna do a Zavok story.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Or maybe I'll just make a Zavok story anyway.
So, yeah. Or, I mean, maybe you can make a Zavok one and then save it for the Zavok milestone, which is probably going to come out next time.
Or I could use 2 Zavok ones.
Oh. There you go. Although it would be interesting to see a Sage one from you.
Yeah, but there isn't really much to go off, is there? Since she's just really a mascot with a vaguely defined personality.
Hello, Sunny.
Hi.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you can do some fun things with Sage. Like doing like her morning routine or whatever. And have a little humor with that.
That could be interesting. Or maybe she's like put into a situation and then, I don't know, has to... I don't know.
You could do
Something...
the Fallout New Vegas intro with her and then take it from there. You know, the one where she gets shot in the face?
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I thought about doing like something for like, because there's so many name tags and in general, it'd be interesting to do like a Fallout parody that's set with all the sthg characters, like real life characters, like Lewisburg and AWF and all the people. Although I think that might be a little mean.
What if the Sage story instead is like a kind of like a novelization of what was building up in the threads? Like Sage versus Zavok versus ESP Silver.
Wow. That'd be fun. And you have Judd there as well.
Yeah, although he wasn't really very prominent, just sort of snuck up, became one of the more notable ones.
Yeah, it's the silent majority. Yeah. What's your favorite, or who did you vote for in the character vote? Sorry.
I wasn't around during that time. I think didn't that start like roughly a week ago or something like that?
Actually, like a couple days ago.
A couple days ago? No.
Yeah.
I think I was like at the last of it. Like I was a little bit around yesterday. I probably wouldn't know who to vote for in that case.
Oh yeah.
Or at least that I know it wouldn't be popular at the time. Because I know like people were talking about like Sage and like Zavik and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, out of I mean, you had to decide between Zavik, Sage, Jet, Bunny, and
Gamma.
Gamma. Who would you go for?
I'd probably choose to Gamma.
Gamma?
Mm-hmm.
You like Gamma?
Yes.
Gamma's
probably
cool.
Gamma and then Bunny.
Bunny.
Who would you choose last to vote for?
I guess maybe Zavik. I don't know.
Ouch.
I mean, I don't really. I mean, I don't really have too many opinions on Zavik. I guess. I don't really hate him compared to like other people though. Like I don't really know how to feel about the Deadly Six.
You're indifferent to it?
Mhm.
Yeah, I understand.
I mean, they've only been in pretty much like one game, and then
Zavik was another.
Zavik was like in mainly one game.
Yeah, he was mainly in the one.
He's been in pretty much every spin-off since he first appeared.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And it's kind of weird though, because I thought like people get upset about that, but they already say they don't really care about like the spin-off games anyway. Probably because they didn't. Probably because Sega themselves didn't like, I guess, put too much effort into it. But I thought like most people are more into like the mainline game, so it doesn't matter if like Zavik is around for.
It's probably because he got in
Racing.
over other characters.
Oh yeah. I wonder if it'll be like a big difference if like all the other favorite characters were included. Would you get like just a tiny bit less hate?
Yeah, because they weren't really mad about him in the Olympics, because pretty much everyone's there.
But but at the same time, weren't some characters only used like once? I guess they didn't blame it on Zavik himself though.
Because he was one of those who was only used once.
Oh, I guess that's okay. But
yeah, there's a lot of
I don't
irrational
know.
hate for Lava, at least in my opinion.
I honestly feel like if like Zavik was introduced way earlier, I don't think like people would have as much hate. I mean, like I don't want to like dismiss everyone, but sometimes I feel like when you're like really upset with something, you kind of like find things even more to be upset about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a little bit.
Kind of like saying like, oh, it's his design or whatever. Like just like things like that, because you're like so upset that this character is involved so much that you kind of find things that probably would have been justified, but it just kind of seems like it's just one of those things with like where like the community, I guess it's kind of like, well, I guess it's just kind of like finding like some other thing to like be upset about, I guess. I don't know.
No,
A lot of the
sense.
real issues Lost World had were also kind of present in colors. Some of them, at least.
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't had the pleasure of playing either of them, so.
Because colors was kind of like a Trojan horse of Sonic.
How do you mean?
I know people hate colors now, but I still kind of like it in a way.
I like the theme
It
song for it.
seemed all good, but then it introduced these things that stayed, and then made things worse. Spoiled the broth.
I see. Like how the always sing it or whatever.
And the wisps and the overabundance of 2D sections, and the writing, mainly Pontaff.
Yeah, I miss the chow and the bubble power ups and stuff. It's a shame.
I don't know. I guess it's just kind of saying like if everything was like completely changed around, then people would like it. But I just kind of have a feeling that if like, um, I guess if all the games that are currently made now were
Hi,
made,
Lewisburg.
Hi.
maybe like what, 15 years ago, a little over under 15 years ago or so, then people wouldn't. I don't think people would hate it as much.
But what if Zavok was the original bad guy instead of Eggman?
In what?
In the first game. Like, it's the same,
Oh!
except Zavok replaces Eggman.
No. I guess what I'm saying is that like, if like Colors or Lost World was like made during the age of like 2005 or something like that, or 2008, and it didn't have like Pontath, and it had similar characteristics to all the games around that time, I don't think those things would have been hated. But that's kind of like saying like, oh, if it was a different game, then it wouldn't be hated. But I don't know.
Yeah. But what would happen if, you know the original concept for Sonic 1 where Eggman wasn't the main villain?
Yes.
What if that happened? Like, one of the enemies there looks a lot like, kind of like a fat Zaz. Like, he's just sort of a Zaz head with arms and legs. Because,
Do you have a picture of it?
let me try to find it.
Yeah, I mean, it would be pretty interesting to see where.
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Oops.
Every day I
there
find
we
less
go.
and less point for Mr. Needle Mouse existing.
Why you say that, Lewisburg?
You know Mr. Needle Mouse?
The like old Sonic film.
The amnesiac Sonic from IDW.
The last
Oh,
fourth
that
thing?
one?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
He
think
makes
it was
fun-
just like he was
Yeah,
trying to do
man.
something with it, but then like he gave up on it, so he just killed it off.
Yeah, it makes less sense the more you think about it. How do you even... I find me that meant you just lost your memories and not also turned into a sexy douche.
I don't remember how amnesia works.
What was that?
I don't remember how amnesia works, and I mean, I'm gonna assume that most amnesia in like pop culture isn't like actual amnesia. So
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, no one
I
knows
don't.
how. Yeah, no one
Yeah.
knows how it works.
Right. I know there's like two types, and like most pop culture follows one of them, where like you don't remember everything until now.
Memories.
I think so. Oh, my book is all the way under my bed. I'll have to look again. Wait, there's multiple types, but especially retrograde and anterograde.
Yeah, there's
What's retrograde?
4 types, I think.
Old memories are lost is retrograde.
Nice watch.
Antrograde is inability
Hello.
to form new memories.
The Ultimate Home Championship. Watch now. Only
Yeah,
on
they
YouTube.
seems a bit more complicated than Torque Clutch or Red Song.
Right.
So there's 4 types, so what are the other 2 or just 2?
I think there's
There's
4.
2 main types, but there's also other minor types.
Hay una casa en ruina, en donde nace el sol. Y que fue
You got like retrogrades. You get like you lose like your older memories, and then anterograde because you can't form any new ones. Transglobal is you get really confused, and fentanyl. Oh yeah, like fentanyl amnesia. Just we all have it because you can't remember when you were a baby or whatever. So yeah, I guess dementia is different from amnesia.
Dementia is kind of like when you like forget slowly over time.
Yeah, I think amnesia is like you lose stuff, but you're still, or at least retrograde, you just lose spots, but you don't continue, it doesn't grow or anything. I think dementia is, or actually maybe amnesia is, or dementia, symptom of dementia is amnesia. That might make more sense.
I just know, well, I can't say I just know, but I just think in my opinion that I don't know about like changing personality. I'm trying to remember, like, because I remember this other old amnesia story with another series, and it's like her character kind of like changed personalities, so to say, because it was like it's like she forgot everything, but at the same time it's like they say, like, I think they said like it was kind of like her behavior before she became who she was like a great thief. I don't know. I'm just saying that I don't think your personality changes.
Yeah, I think you can have like your because I think you just become shyer.
Yeah.
But you don't become a different person entirely. And the shyness mainly comes from like you're not able to speak correctly.
Yeah, she was kind of shy.
Yeah. I would have had Sonic instead of Sexy Smug Sonic. Or maybe just ABT was feeling real.
Hey.
Or maybe just ABT was feeling really horny that day.
I got 3 new Reborn pages lettered and put out today, so I feel good.
Oh, I saw you were posting those, and I saw Moviesburg. You posted those in the Discord chat. I'm so excited! I remember this chapter from the original. It's so good. This is when the honestly, this is when the comic really gets good. Is these chapters right here because you start seeing action and comedy.
The chapters are kind of slow. I still think that I still like the first 2 chapters, and I think that they are enjoyable. But if you're if you're waiting for the action, I can see the first 2 chapters being a little bit of a slow thing to sit through if you're just eager to get to the fighting and stuff. Because it does kind of have like a slow slice of life-y feel for the first 2 chapters as we're setting stuff up. But yeah, chapter 3 is just one big long fight scene.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of
Yeah.
a common thing for me to do, where I'll have like a couple chapters of a comic where there's basically no action, and then like a whole chapter of nothing but fighting.
You know, I hope STHG likes Crescent, because Crescent really is the perfect STHG character. She's a retarded female Shadow, which I can't figure out. Like, that, come on, don't tell me it's not like the perfect...
No.
Like,
But
this
don't
should
get me
be...
wrong. I see where you're going with this.
She
but
existed
actually,
before STHG.
I actually think that Reborn Sonic should be the fucking mascot for STHG. Do you know why?
Why?
Because
Reborn Sonic is a version of Sonic.
Because he's scarred from a bunch of bullshit.
He's been
Well,
burned
because-
from too many bad games.
Yeah, because he's a jaded millennial age adult who's stuck in a job he hates and constantly whining about back when he used to be good. You remember when I used to be a hero and I used to be cool?
But he lacks the
This.
insanity part of the general that everyone loves.
I don't know, I feel like the fact that it's this bitter, jaded, cynical, older version of Sonic feels so appropriate considering the attitudes of a lot of people on SDHD. Granted, it's worth noting that basically the whole comic is a one big character arc that dedicates itself to proving Sonic wrong about himself, but, you know.
Because STHD is half jaded, cynical, and half just...
Autistic?
Insanity is probably a better word for it.
They have a demon mode.
I don't know. I just think that Crescent is gonna be. I think she'll be more popular with the new fags who love to bitch or talk about Shadow, just because she's a Shadow you could be straight and fuck, and is also a retard. So if you like her, maybe you not. I don't know.
You really
I do know
shouldn't
they have a
use that
retarded
word.
Shadow.
You're not wrong, but you really shouldn't use that word.
Well,
Yeah,
It's a little silly. But yeah, she is.
well, part of the appeal of like some of the insulting is from what I got is that since Shadow's like a lot of people are like obsessed with him, so it's
Well, yeah, I think that the reason that shitting on Shadow is such a meme is because, like, Shadow fans are like, oh my god, he's so cool, he's like the coolest, toughest character in the whole thing, so he's the funniest character to, like, degrade and shit on because he's, like, the ultimate badass dude.
Yeah, but it,
Yeah, the thing about IDW Shadow lately, you know, remember in the 31? Yeah, he
And
actually
plus,
felt
dude.
stupid about
Yeah,
getting
IDW
himself
Shadow
infected.
just does some stuff that's
Yeah,
just straight up
I know
stupid.
I know Ian said that was watered down a bit,
Wanna play that song
but I'm
you love?
surprised that
Find
still
it on
happened at
YouTube
all.
Music. We have official songs.
Would
Yeah.
thought Sal would just shrug it off, but no, he actually felt bad about it. I'm starting to think that
I
maybe
mean,
they'll...
I can appreciate that you're seeing a bit of character growth out of this moment where you made Shadow behave in a way that is mind-blowing and stupid.
Yeah, I just think maybe that'll carry on into his role in the new arc.
For what it's worth, the whole, like, well, Shadow didn't think he could get infected argument, my counter-argument to that is that if that is the case, and that's the reason why he wasn't worried about it, it's not communicated to the audience at all. Shadow just says, I'm the ultimate life form, roar, and runs into the fight. If Shadow had had an interaction with another character where he's like, I can't get sick, I should be fine, like you know, I was built this way, then I would probably be like, sure, yeah, okay, that, I mean, that logically follows well enough. I get
Well,
where
I'm
you're
not sure
going
if
there.
I could.
Actually bring that up.
Maybe they were
Wait, may
like
I bring up-
stopped by like
may I-
maybe mandates could have played a part in that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not sure if mandates would have
maybe-
restricted
or
you
maybe
from referencing just the
Ian was
most
better.
basic, bare bones elements of Shadow's character.
Because has it ever been like directly stated that to be one of his abilities?
what
That's
is
the
his ability?
thing.
What
No,
one
it
of his
hasn't
abilities?
been.
Ability of
I
being
think
immune
it's
to, like he was
implied.
created to be, and you assume
Well,
he
here's
is. But
I never assumed as a kid that he was immune to disease, but I get why a lot of people assume that. I never assumed it myself, but I can. If someone wanted to write that in as one of his abilities, I could get it, and it's logically sound.
Well,
it's not an assumption I ever made, but And I
Well, the
don't think it's
problem
ever been stated in canon that that's the case. I think it's just people assume that's the case because he was supposed to be a cure for Maria. But by that logic, maybe he's not immune to everything. Maybe he's just immune to mids or whatever it was she had.
I just realized something. You could have had interesting characters if you didn't want to play that thing, because it's interesting because Sonic is also super cocky in that story. It doesn't take any restraint. I know people make fun of me for this.
Sonic doesn't have a reason to think that he can't get sick. Shadow does have a reason in his defense why he might think that he couldn't get sick. The problem is they don't communicate that. So if that was your intention, it wasn't conveyed. But
Sonic gets sick.
With not much knowledge of Shadow's background, they would just think he was being a moron.
I'm not okay. Actually, the real question: I know he's smarter than Shadow in the story, but realistically, is Sonic really that much smarter because he's infected with the virus?
Usually.
And he goes around spreading it. We know
the virus art.
No, he's spreading the virus.
Sonic goes around continuing to run around in populated areas and risk infecting other people. Yeah, because he can't.
To be fair, most of that was from Eggman himself. The spread was mostly
what was supposed to make that
social distancing, Sonic? Jesus, wear a mask, you irresponsible cock.
It's kind of weird how
apparently they can infect clothes, so that wouldn't do it.
I know, I'm just making a joke. Although, no, seriously, can I just make a comment? Why, if Flynn was like writing this up,
25 times worry about stepping on the grass in Angel Island. Next issue,
there's a lot of examples of Sonic just not just being generally reckless. But okay, so I got a question here. So like, I get that the answer from Flynn would be because I had actually I've written this story out years ago and I had it in mind well before this whole incident happened. But since the story kind of just ended up overlapping with the coronavirus pandemic, I'm kind of shocked he didn't take the opportunity to maybe create a bit of an allegory for the coronavirus thing so that he could use that as sort of
What? Isn't that thing actually written like a while before the comic is made?
Yeah, I think that's what she just said.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I know the excuse is that he wrote it well before the comic actually got made. But the thing is that he could have gone back and given another pass to the story. It's not like he didn't have the time to write another.
No, I mean he has to pitch the whole story to Sega first.
Yeah. Also, coronavirus and mail-virus are really two different things.
I know they're two different things.
One thing I don't like about
the comment on things, you could use it as an opportunity to comment on stuff like the importance of quarantining and misinformation and shit like that. I don't know. They're just you could have done something interesting with that. Is all I'm saying, and I'm kind of surprised he didn't at least try. I'm not necessarily saying I think Flynn would do a very good job at social commentary if he did try, but at this point, I just wish that he would put something that means anything in his stories. Nothing ever has subtext. Nothing ever means anything. There's no message behind anything that he writes. It all just feels like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened.
Yeah,
one thing I want to say about the metal virus is why is it so inconsistent?
Yes.
Oh god. Okay, so I really wish that they had kept in the first fight where they're fighting Rough and Tumble. They squish and they act like they're made of liquid. I wish that the Zombots had continued to act that way because it could have made for more interesting fights.
Then they just became robots.
They just became solid in all the subsequent fights. That's not the only thing that's inconsistent, but that's the thing that bugs me the most because of how blatant it is.
Also, sometimes it infects surroundings, sometimes it doesn't. For some reason, Omega and Gemerald are they don't touch it, it doesn't spread onto them, even though it spreads onto, buildings.
Oh yeah, that is weird. Why would it spread on buildings, but it doesn't spread around on the robots? Theoretically, shouldn't it only spread on organic material? So, grass and trees. You wouldn't even need it to spread on buildings. Spreading on grass is enough of a fucking biohazard by itself. But they don't address the grass, because, that would be too much of a biohazard for him to have to account for. Although, if he didn't want to have to deal with, the grass spreading the virus super quickly, could have just made it so the virus didn't spread to plant life and made it only affect animals, That means you wouldn't have to worry about the grass.
Yeah, you can really, really tell this was written as an Archie story. It doesn't really work in IDW's sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it's trying to break itself.
Yeah, actually, I had a conversation earlier where Slashy and I were talking about, like, the Chow racing thing that Evan's doing, that story that she's working on.
Sorry, go on, sis.
Well, I was going to say, I had thought of a version of that story in my head earlier, and now I really wish that that's the version I was going to get, even though I know it's not.
What
but I was
version?
like, we cut out all those connections to the Metal Virus arc, and instead, the story starts with, like, Rouge is basically got a plan to try and cheat the Chow races to steal some shit or whatever, to steal the prize or whatever. But she needs a Chow to enter in the race, so she decides to, go to Amy and Cream and be like, oh, I got these 3 tickets to this amusement park, but I don't have it. How about you girls come with me and we can have, like, a girls' day out? And then they go to the park and she's like, oh, hey, Cream, look, they have Chow races. Doesn't that sound like fun? And then Amy finds out that Rouge is, like, betting on the races and gambling, and she's like, wait a minute, you just brought us here so that you could use Cream to as part of your little scheme or whatever. And Rouge is like, oh, come on, it's fine. It's not gonna hurt anything. And look, she's having fun. But ultimately, things go south. Rouge gets caught. They end up getting chased around the park by the guys who run the event or whatever, who are kind of shady dudes. And ultimately, there's a point in the climax of the story where Rouge has an opportunity to either make off with the money or save the girls, and she chooses to save the girls.
I think that's a little... Well, one thing is just... Isn't it kind of weird for Rouge to be after money?
It doesn't have to be
like
a jewel or whatever that they're offering up as the prize. It's just some valuable thing. I'm just saying money because
And if it was a jewel, wouldn't she just take it?
Well, my husband pointed out that if the jewel was, for example, kept on display in a part of the park where everyone could see it, it'd be very hard to steal. Maybe at night they store it somewhere and she doesn't know where it gets stashed. And during the day, it's constantly surrounded by park goers, so there's no way she could get to it without being spotted.
I guess that makes sense, but then this is the same person who walks up in broad daylight, walks up to a jewelry store, has her robot smash it, and steal the jewel and expect that to work.
Hey, AAR, I have a solution.
I don't even remember what that's from.
I have a solution to your story. Rouge is into... So I can solve your story right now. Let's say the event requires you to enter the Chow races. So she's entering.
Oh yeah, that like you have to enter the race in order.
So she can't even. So it's not so much that like. So for Rouge, then the point is that she's doing this to cut. Even if she wants to steal it, she wants to get them to enter the Chow races, so she can at least remove some.
So
it's easier to bait her friends into helping her out than to go for.
She could like. Maybe get them to use it as a distraction, maybe? Like,
so the idea is it's a character building story in which Rouge is essentially manipulating and taking advantage of the girls, but in the end we see that she does have a good heart deep down, even if she can be shady. She's not a bad person, and she still like makes up for her mistakes in the climax of the story. And it's like a bonding story with her and Amy and Cream. And just never get to see Rouge interact with other female characters in this fucking franchise, which is frustrating. So it'd be kind of nice to see her interact with
girls. About the original Heroes team layout?
Yes.
Interacting with other female characters in this new arc?
I mean,
Evan
Evan is still
interacting with Sonic and
Jamie and Cream interacting, which is nice, but I get the feeling that we're not going to see as much of it as I'd like. And I really doubt that this is going to be used to like build a relationship with them beyond just
we
know.
Because
really see Reddit yet. Maybe.
Originally in Heroes, Amy, Cream, and Rouge were a team. Like that was the original plan before they decided to bring back Shadow.
Oh, and then they decided to put Rouge on Team Dark. I think it's still a good idea to put Rouge on Team Dark. I think she works there. But I'm just saying, it'd be nice to see more stories where she interacts with other women, you know? Because Rouge's character is almost entirely surrounded by dudes and almost always interacting with dudes.
Well, I like
Just
that
interacting
it's
with Amy and Cream. Although I would love to see Rouge form a big sister dynamic with Amy and Cream because I think
no,
that
but
would
actually,
be
I want to point out something I like about the story because Flynn seems to not think about this with Rouge because he seems to think about her as back tips. But this is Rouge using her manipulation to manipulate someone who's not sexually attracted to her.
Yes, this is her manipulating someone without her sex appeal being a part of it at all, and shows that Rouge is perfectly capable of being manipulative and cunning without relying on her sex appeal.
Was the only time
Oops.
Was the only time Rouge ever interacted with another female character in battle with Amy?
Yes.
I think, yeah. I think it's like one of the few times I can think of her interacting with another female characters when she and Amy were fighting for plot reasons. And even then, she and Amy still barely interact.
And then Amy used her most ludicrous power she has to summon a clone of Sonic.
Like,
a random interaction. Sorry, go on.
This is so, like, I think, here's the thing. I think the fact that writers don't pair her off with girls very often is a byproduct of how a lot of the writers think about this character. And in fact, I think it's kind of telling that when Evan takes over, she writes a story in which Rouge is interacting with other girls for once. You know? I mean, usually
I think
these stories are being written by dudes, and I think that guys tend to have a particular perspective of this character. Well, granted, I've seen girls slut-shaming Rouge, but...
But also part of it is Heroes. Notice how a lot of the time, after Heroes, characters were paired in a certain dynamic. Tails and Knuckles have to be with Sonic. Rouge and Omega have to be with Shadow. That's probably a big part of it,
and that's the other thing is, in general, they do tend to kind of stick to, like, oh, everyone has to be with their Heroes team. Like, you can mix up the teams sometimes. You know? You can mix them up.
They kind of did. They actually technically did.
You know, in the power arc after this one?
I kind of wish that, like, comics would do, like, what My Little Pony has also an ensemble cast. And one of the things that show would do is that, like, most episodes, they would pick, like, you know, two characters, and pair them off together for the episode. So basically, like, you got to see all sorts of different character combinations, and that, like, formula of, like, just kind of picking two characters at random and then writing a story that's designed to pair them off together meant that you got to watch all sorts of different relationship dynamics develop and unfold throughout the show. So I think that was actually pretty clever, the way they did that.
Well, Rivals 2 did sort of the same thing. It just picked Silver and Espio, two completely random characters, and then just had them be their own team, which was cool.
Yeah. I'd like to see that more from Sonic. I'd like to see more of, like, these unusual pair-ups. Hell, for example, no one's written a story that pairs up Charmy and Cream, even though that seems like an obvious pair-up to try.
No, Alex. Or AAR, Big and Rouge.
Yeah, that would be a fun one.
Or how about Zavok and Omega?
That would actually be probably really entertaining.
Like, what if the Zeddy, they tell, Zavok has an outburst, and then he has to go to anger management. And then Omega also has to go to anger management.
Fucking Zavok and Omega in the same anger management class together. That would be the funniest thing in the world.
Marine and Mimic. Marine and Mimic.
That's an interesting.
Interesting pairing.
Well, she is a brown creature, so...
Oh, God. I don't even fucking know half the time if Mimic is, like, genuinely as much of a racist, bigoted piece of shit as he acts, or if it's... Like, I don't know how much of it is
talk about it. I'm sorry to bring
How about we
that
just pretend he doesn't exist? Because he hasn't shown up in, like, weeks.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
No, don't worry, he's doing just fine.
He hasn't shown up in weeks.
I'm sorry.
Maybe,
you guys brought him up.
Maybe he... In fact, I don't think I recognize much of his posting style in the thread lately.
Wait,
I haven't seen him much lately. He seems to have not been very active.
Do you think he's got a life again?
Yeah, I think maybe stuff might be like maybe he went back to he's back in school or something, and so
he's just snapping right now.
Well, anyway, back to one pairing I really want to see happen is I want to see Silver Blaze and Marine
Yeah.
in this story.
The Tower arc only had.
Oh,
yeah, that
Dimension?
would be
Like
nice
Val.
because, like, despite the
They
fact
only
that they
had
were
the
like,
Tower arc. They only had
I was talking to my husband the other day about like Team Sonic Racing. So my husband is not a big Sonic fan, like by any means, but there are a couple of Sonic-y things that he likes. Like he enjoys Team Sonic Racing well enough, and he actually enjoyed Forces decently well. But one of the things that when I was asking him about his thoughts on it, he was saying that it was a pretty solid Team Sonic Racing. He was saying like, it's a decently solid game. It's a decent game. My only real complaint is some weird roster choices. And so I was like, yes. That's like the
Always
biggest
weird.
problem I have with the game is the roster choice.
Well, it's not really weird. Like they have all the characters individually make sense. The only issue is the team. But they only had 15 slots, so they had to pair up these characters.
Well,
and
what I was saying is that if I could change it, what I would do is I would not give Omochao a car. I would replace Omochao with Cream, just wholesale. Because
that was Sega's
why
idea.
did you replace Cream with Chao? Number two, I would replace Zavik.
Customization thing that didn't work. I think something like that was the cause.
Yeah, they were originally going to let you have your own Chao in
in
races, and it would give you items. But Sega said no, and instead to make Chao a racer.
That's such a weird decision. I would replace the Chao with Cream. I would replace Zavik with Orbot and Cubot. I would have them share a car.
No, I would just put Orbot and Cubot in Eggman's car, like they're like how in like
No, I don't want
Unleashed.
Zavik in this game. I don't
Has
care
Crash
about
followed
him,
him?
and it feels like no one wants to race as Zavik. Let's be
Team
honest.
Sonic
He's-
Racing is what pretty much gave him a personality. Like that was
Okay,
his
I haven't
first
finished
real
the game,
chance
so
to shine.
I'll take your word for it. I'll try to finish the game and see my thoughts on it, on how they
Like-
handle Zavik there. But if it were me, I would have replaced Zavik with Orbot and Cubot, given them a car. So Eggman's team would have been Eggman, Orbot, and Cubot in one car, and then like
The thing is, Orbot and Cubot are they're just as
Eggman's
one-dimensional as
another, and then
Zavok.
I've been another car.
Like, Orbot and Cubot are just as one-dimensional as Zavok, pretty much, except...
No,
And they're
the
already...
difference is they're actually entertaining. I actually find them
I-
endearing, especially in Sonic
I
Boom.
don't.
They were endearing characters in Boom.
I don't like them, like, much at all.
Well, it's really funny considering last time I was in the podcast, I was complaining about Chip and had to walk my happy ass back because people actually like Chip around here for some
Yeah.
reason. So, agree to disagree, I
Yeah, I
guess,
agree.
but I hate Chip, and apparently other people like him.
I will
so-
say this. I think Cubot and Orbot are better than Rough and Tumble, who were complete and utterly like useless additions, in my opinion.
I like Orbot and Cubot, and I think I would definitely prefer them to Zavik. The other thing I would change is Chao for Cream, and if I could add a little bit more, I would probably put like SBO and Charmy back in, and put for Silver and Blaze's third team member, I would have given them Marine.
You know
or
what I would have
possibly-
done? I would have made it so SPO, Silver, and Vector are on a team, and then Blaze gets her own team with Marine and maybe Styx as a third member.
But can I
Or
just say
Chaos.
a story where Blaze is paired off with Marine and Styx would be the funniest thing in the world, because Blaze has such a subdued, deadpan, no-nonsense personality, and Styx and Marine are both so, like, high-energy characters. It would be so goddamn funny, because it basically would be like Blaze babysitting the hyperactive child and the crazy person.
Yeah. So
That would
yeah,
be the funniest story. I would love to see that. That would be a great pairing for a story. That would be very funny to watch. I feel like Blaze, in a weird way, kind of turns into Team Mom sometimes, because she often ends up paired off with characters who are like kids, or who are like overly naive, just needy, or whatever.
In-
Like Silver tends to be kind of naive and Neo.
but in 06, Silver and Blaze they were pretty much, it was more like a sibling thing than a mom thing.
Yeah.
In 06. Because
I
like,
feel
they were
Silver
still
and
on
Blaze's relationship dynamic could be interpreted in a couple of ways. I think that I do still kind of think they were trying to go for a romantic angle, but given things like the limited facial expressions of the models and
Yeah,
the
that was-
voice not being fantastic, it's kind of hard to tell what they were trying
and
to do
it was sort
there.
of a star-crossed thing at the end. Because
Yeah. Like, I think they were trying to go a bit for a star-crossed lovers ending with those
Those
two,
like
but it
issues.
wasn't conveyed very well if that was what they were aiming for. Like, that looked like that was what they were trying to do. But again, like, 06 has, like, really stiff expressions.
You know,
very limited, very stiff facial
you know,
expressions.
one thing I noticed. You know how Omega's voice in 06 is a lot more flat?
Yeah.
That's not really the case in the Japanese version. Like, he has a bit more emotion there, so it's really off. Because he's
Can I just say that, like, Omega is actually a character that I think is one of the characters in, like, more modern material, both in, like, games like TSR and also in, like, the IDW comics. Like, Omega's, like, the one character I felt like Flynn was able to write consistently well, in the sense that pretty much every line from him made me laugh. Omega is, like, one of the few characters right now who's, like, consistently funny to me. Just because his morbid, deadpan humor is usually done pretty well.
Yeah, it's because it's pretty much really easy to do.
I know, it's not hard to do, but I can still appreciate it. Like, yeah, it's not that hard to pull off those jokes, but they still make me laugh anyway, so I can still appreciate it when the rest of the arc is making me tear my hair out and Omega comes along. And for a minute, I can just laugh and enjoy his company.
Podcast guy.
That's pretty much damning with faint praise.
Yeah, you want to go play some TF2, bro?
I'll play with you in an hour.
Huh?
I'll play with you in an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, man.
Oh, hi, Mimic.
Also, quick thread lore. What I miss, exactly. I know that...
Sage won the milestone. Sabok should have won. It was his turn.
Oh, wait a second. A Sage milestone?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta get to work on the fucking Wojaks then. Yeah, I'm gonna make a bunch of Wojak edits, and
gone for a while.
yeah. For like a week. 2 weeks, actually.
Band or something else?
Range band.
Yeah, those are always annoying. Especially
man.
when they're on LT and...
Yeah, I refuse to get, like, I'm not gonna give, Gookmoo any fucking money. And also, yeah, range, fucking passes give you, like, they get tracked and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. So, yeah. Also, I've been working on my fucking Left 4 Dead 2 maps.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man.
You guys show me.
Cool. Yeah. I will.
By the way, it's gonna be more like...
Screen cap.
It's gonna be more like 3 hours, not 1 hour.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you guys talking this long for about
No, but I gotta
books?
do other stuff.
Oh, shit, bro.
I don't know, I kind of just joined the call a minute ago.
Really? Oh, I didn't know.
20
yeah,
minutes?
it's funny that, like, you know, the general's on a video game board, and all you guys talk about is fucking comic books.
Well, it would be better if people played the fan games.
Wait, what the fuck is this abomination?
Right now,
Belle? What the fuck is this?
I have a well. She's a Huldra, except she looks nothing like a Huldra.
Oh my god! Jesus, IDW bootlickers will. Holy crap! Fucking
well, it's a
Pinocchio
female.
looking ass.
Gino, it's a girl. So
yeah, yeah. This is great. I love Pinocchio the Hedgehog.
I think the only like new character IDW has introduced that actually kind of worked, and I say worked past tense, and I'll explain why in a minute, was Platypus Guy. Why does the name keep escaping me?
Starline.
You mean
Starline.
Starline. Dr. Starline. I think Starline actually works pretty well and is reasonably entertaining, particularly because as the story goes along,
I think they're all fucking garbage. I think IDW is
Starline reaches
garbage.
this point where he actually kind of has an arc, and like he reaches that point where he's realized that his idol is a fucking moron, and like right at the point in the story where like we reveal that the thing that he had on him is the thing that's going to save everybody, I'm just thinking like, yes, this is the part where Starline becomes his own independent character, saves the day, and then goes off to be his own independent villain, separate from Eggman, right?
Yeah. I think
Eggman takes his phone, throws him through a portal, and then nothing.
Oh,
yeah,
I
and
think
then
all
the
the
next time we see him,
OCs are fucking garbage.
back
You
to
know,
licking
just
Eggman's
putting my
boots
like
again.
2 cents in.
No,
They're all
well,
trash.
except not really.
We know.
Yeah, they're fucking trash.
He
all
likes
of them.
X-Men as a genius.
What don't you like about him?
Person.
What I know I like about them, kids cartoon. For one, they're not allowed to have. They're not allowed
My
to
dude, if you don't like kids' cartoons, why are you in a community where people talk
because
about
Shadow the
Sonic?
He's a
Hedgehog.
pedophile.
Shadow the Hedgehog is my favorite video game. And
Okay,
also,
yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog's also one of my favorites, and that game also
Really?
has a lot of cartoony shit in it.
It's one of my
Are you
favorites
the one
too.
responsible for all the, the gay posting by chance?
I know,
You know,
Jesse,
since you
it's
said-
a silly game, but I enjoy its silly, over-the-top
Jesse?
edgy.
I love
Who
the
the fuck is
gameplay in
Jesse?
that.
Yeah, aka cartoon, aka kids game. Like, it's dark, but it's also
Yeah.
like edgy and an over-the-top, silly
Yeah, for
kind of
one,
way.
the
And
reason-
there's a lot of just
For one,
regular
the reason
Sonic
I'm
stuff
here
in it.
is because I'm a pedophile. Two is because I like poking slow kids with sticks.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Hey, we know.
Do you not have better things to do than to just infiltrate
No.
communities and then
No,
make fun of
I've
people
done
for
this-
stuff that brings
I've done
them
this
joy?
with, I've done this with, what was the fucking community? It was like another one. Forget the name now. But I've done this multiple times, and it's
You do
really
know
fucking
that, like,
funny.
being an asshole and pissing people off isn't a good substitute for having an actual personality, right?
I don't care.
Yeah.
Alright, well, die alone then, I guess.
AAR,
Yeah, I don't
AAR,
mind that.
you do realize that he doesn't care, that he's someone who very openly knows, even if you call him a loser, he's not going to care. He seems to be actively. If you cared about what
You know, I think
posters,
I think-
he's so.
I guess his
open-minded.
parents just don't love him enough.
Yeah,
hey,
they-
everyone
That's
should
true.
just
I was actually an orphan, so
Yeah.
you know.
He was born in
I'm
a
also-
test tube,
I've
you
also-
know?
Yeah, I was born out of a test tube, but I was made
Just
by
like
the
his hero
government.
Shadow, you know?
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
That's why Shadow the
Anyway,
Hedgehog is my favorite.
Back to the
Anyway,
conversation we were actually having about
AAR, I
character
want
values.
to.
God damn,
Wait,
I
wait,
can't believe
wait,
comic
so-
book fags would believe this shit, dude.
So,
Like,
so Movie
seriously.
Spur.
Oh
Movie
my
Spur.
god, this character is so bad.
I wanted to ask you something, Movie Spur.
Yeah.
Even though Starline, why does Starline think Eggman's still a genius after
Yeah.
after the Metal Virus arc?
Because he-
intelligence.
Ian
He
Flynn
does
apparently
hate-
doesn't think
Yo,
that
what's
he can
up?
give.
He just hates
He's
the
like,
fact
Ian
that
Flynn is like,
Yeah.
I can't have villains.
Hold on,
that
hold on,
directly
hold on, hold on,
attack
hold on.
people.
There's like two
Okay,
conversations
okay,
going on.
okay.
Don't worry. He keeps screwing up his own
Sis,
plan.
sis,
Starline-
sis.
Starline hates how
Let's let him talk.
Starline
Yo.
just hates how Eggman keeps undermining himself.
I can't fucking understand you. The autistic lisp is too much, man. Sorry.
Okay, then leave.
Does
Leave. I
somebody
can
want to
understand it.
just
Leave.
fucking kick this
Leave?
guy so we can go back to our conversation? Because he's gonna
Kick
keep
me.
trying to talk
Why?
over us the whole time.
It's not a
Because you
power.
don't actually want to talk about any of this. You just want to talk
Yeah,
over
I am. I'm
us. so we
talking
can't
about.
have
I'm
a
talking about
conversation.
what's going on in the thread right now and what I fucking missed.
Yeah, well, I want to listen to Movie Spur, not you.
You don't want to listen to me? Why?
No,
No one wants to
because
listen to
Movie
you.
Spur is
I'm a-
Can we
Can
please
I-
stop arguing for a minute?
I'm a cool dude. Why are you guys like being so mean to me? This
Ah,
is like.
Your mouth
Movie
all
is
of you,
so
shut up, please shut up.
This
Shut-
is
shut
cyber
up
stuff.
and-
talk.
Why are you guys bullying me?
We're not bullying you. Just
Yeah, you
please
are.
shut up and let us have a
Well, I
conversation.
think can I the thing is, you sort of make it kind of about yourself the second you shut up.
No, I don't, dude.
Well, I mean, you
said-
just
I
sort of
asked, I asked about the thread, dude. Like,
yeah, and then
why?
we told you, and then you just sort of talked about how you kept trolling people, and then things sort of spiraled out of
No,
control.
no, they
'cause-
asked the question. They asked the
I
question.
know
Don't get
that's
it, don't get
part
it
of
wrong.
it. That's part of it. Yeah.
They
but
asked the question
think-
how many times
Why
I've done
don't
this
we have a new
before, and I've
rule?
done
I
this
think this-
numerous times.
You
And you
can
know
like,
what? We're off that
like
topic
admit
now.
that you don't care about any of this.
Hey,
and
let
the
me
only
talk.
reason you're here is to
Oh.
piss
Yeah,
people
I
off
actually
and
do. I play a lot of
pretend
ROM
like you
hacks.
have something to say.
I play a lot of ROM hacks. So
Let me talk!
Please let Movie Spur talk. He really needs to talk, and I've been
Yeah,
trying to
I
understand
think-
what he's
He's
going
going
on.
demon mode. I will let him talk.
Well, now we're not allowed to insult
Bro.
Mimic Bag because we all know that the round.
I'm not that octopus guy. Stop trying to like, you know.
Honestly, we have.
Yeah, I know you're not the actual that's your nickname now.
Yeah, no, I'm
Just
a
can we-
poser. I'm like.
Why don't we all
you know.
just take a breather for a second?
Hey, Movie Spur, I wanted to ask you, why do you think it's a good idea that Starlight doesn't think Eggman's a retard, that he thinks that there's anything to admire about him? And after the Zombot arc, there should be nothing to admire about this guy.
Yo.
But I mean,
He's a
he builds
moron.
builds like giant ships, and he's able to he's able to create
let
these
me-
Still
amazing
strong.
creations.
Can I make my point?
But yo, podcast guy. Have you
Mhm.
Make
been
my point.
have you been playing the fucking .exe games on fucking
Hey, fuck it, I
on
want to listen to
Gameville
Movie Spur.
in that
Movie Spur,
community?
please try and talk.
Bro, I'm trying to talk about video games.
I don't care about you. I want to talk.
You don't care about me? Why?
I just want to listen
Because
to
you
Movie
don't
Spur.
fucking care about any of the shit that
Dude,
we're
I'm
talking
literally
about.
talking
You
about
literally just
fucking
He
care
wants to know about the EXE game.
This is the whole reason you're here. Is
Can I
to
at least
tell
finish
people
my
and
conversation
the
first?
value you contribute. All right.
Can I? Okay. Can you at
God.
least let me finish my conversation?
Go for it,
We
Lewisburg.
can talk about other subjects.
Go for it.
Anyway, let me make my point. Eggman, Starline still admires Eggman's
Niggers tongue
genius,
my anus.
but he hates how he constantly undermines himself. I hate that hedgehog and all that. So his new plan is to take over the world himself and then to prove himself as an equal to Eggman, and then they rule together.
Yo, that sounds like Eggman's
Why an
shadow.
equal? Why an equal? Why would he even think he's
of
an
being an
equal?
equal to him? Why not just take over the world for your goddamn
better.
self? at that
Yo, that
point?
just sounds like
Okay.
He's
Eggman's
Eggman's
version
his
for Shadow.
husbando.
This is
You know?
why I'm interested in bad guys.
He's-
I actually want
Why do you
him
guys
to-
praise this fucking writing? This writing's garbage.
We
We're
don't.
not
It's
actually
garbage.
praising it.
Slashy and I have not been praising it. We've actually.
I don't
been
think anyone
shitting
here
on
has.
it for a
Yeah,
while
we know
now.
AR. You'd be the
Well,
better
Movie Spur
comic writer.
does.
Yeah.
Movie Spur does actually.
Yeah,
Like he also
it's
knows.
perfect.
Oh no!
I
To be
won't-
fair, Movie Spur knows.
Yeah.
Like, Movie Spur likes Movie Spur's the one who I know who likes IEW, but kind of is aware that it's like a guilty pleasure and not what. Like
yeah,
on some
because,
level, it's
because
not well
there was literal issue where there was like a
Yeah, it
hypno
has its flaws.
bag, right?
See? Mr. Needlemouse. What's the fucking point of Mr. Needlemouse?
It's because he's
Honestly-
based funny. Hecarino,
Honestly, I actually
Redditino.
don't think the hypnotism would be as made fun of or complaint if like it wasn't just a I mean, I guess it's just a random power Starlight has, which
Yeah,
doesn't
defending
feel like.
fetishes in kids comics. What are you?
So I came up with a story.
Implying that people don't
Yeah,
just turn
I
literally
think it was
anything into
just a-
fetishes, which by that logic would mean that you can't write children's media, period. Because
Yeah,
anything
exactly.
there can be turned into a fetish by someone.
Exactly.
Okay, what the fuck are we talking about now?
So
He's
anyway,
just
I actually,
fucking trolling again.
I'm not,
actually,
dude. Why do you guys think I'm a troll?
No,
I
you're
wanted
right,
to
he
bring
wasn't
up
trolling you.
something.
I think we were talking about the comic for a second.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
just
and
talk about comics. I was literally trying to talk about video games. It got shut down because you guys wanted to talk about comics.
I don't care. I'm actually trying to have a conversation with Movie Spur, and I think if Movie Spur just only responded
maybe
to
if-
me,
maybe if you
Alex,
could
and
fucking talk-
podcast guy.
Dude, maybe if you could talk normally, then maybe I'd understand. And also,
I don't-
would you say Alex who?
Can we please just move on to video games then?
Alex who? You just name dropped somebody. Who's that?
Yeah, well, you haven't been
AAR,
paying
I'm
attention.
Alex. That's my actual
Oh.
name.
Oh,
Wow, so
that
you
sounds
know she's a
fucking
dog
gay.
fucker, or so you make fun of. So you know she's
Yeah,
a
You know what
dog
I'm talking about, video
fucker.
games?
I'm not him, if that's what you're asking.
By the way, it's being sarcastic. She's not a dog fucker. You just
Okay, so
make
anyway,
that
video
Okay,
game.
so she's a dog
Let's just-
fucker?
up. Okay,
Okay.
I want to go back to the comics because that's the one thing that's relevant. And I actually, part of the reason I came on here was to bring
Well,
up
the
a complaint they've
conversation
been
about
making.
PSR was also relevant.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah, that was fucking
Conversation about
garbage.
games that we were
Okay,
having
clearly,
earlier.
we all need to take a breather. Can we all
random
just
thing I love about TSR. Random conversation I love. There's a scene with Amy and. So I'm gonna
I
praise
despise
podcast writing
this
for a
disgusting
second.
puppet abomination based
So
as hell. I
there's
would give you
so
a base.
there's a point in the story where you have Amy and Blaze, and Amy's making fun of Blaze like a billion drive because you're a princess, and Blaze like I'll have you know, like or you well
Okay,
hey
so
Blaze,
she's a
shouldn't you
Karen?
drive or
Is that
don't
what
you
I'm
have a
getting here?
chauffeur? And she's like, oh well, I'll have you know that just because I'm a princess, I can drive. I do love as weird as it is, I love Blaze being a hoity-toity princess. I actually do love the English version of Blaze. I can understand people not liking Silver, but I do love
I
English.
don't know. I
Blaze.
feel like
Okay,
Blaze
so
and
you love
Silver have a
people
little bit
shitting in
more
your mouth?
character in the English version than in the Japanese ones. The Japanese
Not really,
ones
they just
feel
have
a little too
different characters.
God
Like-
damn
I guess
it.
it is just different, not necessarily more.
This
I don't know.
fucking
I
puppet
definitely
abomination,
prefer
man.
the English versions.
Seriously.
More
They're
silly.
psychopaths.
No.
They're like they're like aggressive, like violent people, and like.
well, hey, that's what happens
Blaze-
when you grow up in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. You're gonna be a
Yeah,
little.
that's fair.
gonna be a
But,
little
but
itchy.
Blaze didn't grow up in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. She
Oh,
grew
that's
up
not
like
it.
being pampered.
Oh,
No,
that's-
she
that's,
grew up in an
not
apocalyptic
canon.
wasteland and then
Yeah,
was
see, this guy
rebooted
gets
into
it.
a new universe
See
that
this
she
guy. See, this guy gets canon. All right, he's a Chad like me.
I think that there's something endearing about Silver being presented as somebody who grew up in like a fucking shithole hellscape.
Yeah, no, there's no way he should be acting like that. All right,
But
literally, he lives
can
in
I-
fucking hell world.
Can I fucking talk?
You can't.
I think
I'm
there's
sorry.
value in having a character who grew up in those kinds of terrible circumstances, but continues to be like good-hearted and tries to have faith in people and be an optimist despite his own personal experiences. There's something kind of hopeful and wholesome to me about that, and I really like that.
Yeah, wholesome 100.
Japanese
Keck
Silver.
100.
The Japanese Silver is still like optimistic, but again, he's an optimist, but he's also a realist.
Kill
But
yourself.
yeah. Anyway, but then the English Silver, they sort of lose some of his realist stuff, and he just sort of becomes Uwu, the hedgehog.
Yeah, that's what you can blame the fucking writers on. Writers are dog shit. So
Yeah,
Yo,
I think that
but
there's a balancing act to be had with Silver, where like there's this balancing act where I want him to still be like competent and not like dumb or anything, but I also don't mind him being someone who's like socially awkward and sort of the unwavering optimist in the face of adversity.
oh my god.
Well, he's sort of like it's sort of like Sonic himself, but like they have to be cool, but Silver is also like he has to be cool,
like
but
Silver being
Sonic
a little
was
bit
cool when he couldn't talk.
dorky and awkward. I like I think it's fine to have Silver be someone who's kind of dorky and awkward.
Oh my god. A ban high score thread. Holy shit! I need to post mine. My ban high score is 60.
Okay, so anyway, I wanted to bring up the topic that was part of my motivation for coming in here because I lost it already. And that is because people don't seem to get why frustrate. Like at least some of my frustrations I don't think people understand.
Are you kidding me? You want to get a
Because my problem with so I'm sort of upset that the virus arc. And part of my problem with IDW could be there's a lot of failure to commit. There's a lot of things where Flynn kind of sets things up, but he's never like clear that like he never sets ground rules that the comic is going to be. Even back then when it was being premiered, I had a problem that Flynn couldn't tell us, is this like Archie, or are you going to do it a random thing, or is it going to be like the games? And like the comic still feels like this weird middle ground where it wants to be like Archie, but also like the games.
It doesn't totally succeed at either, although I would argue
I
succeeding
don't
at being
understand why
Archie
you
is
guys
kind of impossible now.
want the comic to be good. It's always going to be shit. You guys
I want the comic to be good because there's no other good because I'm frustrated that after a long time.
I unironically like Archie more because it was so fucking ridiculous and how like
No, actually,
it's like
okay,
watching
I can't
it's like
believe
watching
I'm
the
gonna say
room.
this, but I'm going to
Alright?
agree with Mimic on one thing. Archie
I
actually,
will agree with him too.
Archie was actually more entertaining, even though
At
the
least
quality
it's
in
fucking-
Archie's
at least it's
Archie's
fucking
quality was way
interesting.
more dramatic in terms of its highs and its lows. I think Archie, when it got good, got better than anything we've seen from IDW, but when it got bad, it got way worse. So Archie is like a lot of
actually when it
roller
was
coaster
bad,
ride
it was
of
actually
crazy
gold.
bullshit.
Alright, let me just tell you.
But like that
no, when
roller
it's-
coaster
when it's
ride of
really
crazy
bad-
bullshit was fun, at least, you know?
So I want to bring up my problems, and I want this to be a discussion because I've been
Your
so eager to
problems?
talk
What are you-
about this.
You better
And this is
go on
part of the
Tumblr
reason I
if you're
came
gonna
on.
post about your problems, dude.
Okay, so anyway, because like the problem with look, I wouldn't prefer it, but if the Metal Virus arc had all these consequences and we dealt with the character's trauma, and we actually committed to that, that would end up for some really fun stories. Even the chow racing could have been.
That wasn't funny.
No, I don't think.
I hate to disagree with you, but how would dealing with trauma be fun?
Actually,
I'm
no,
gonna-
Avatar
I'm
did
gonna
it.
post a hypothetical scene here real quick.
I don't think that's really I don't think the
Can we
Metal
propose a
Virus
hypothetical
works.
here, like on the topic of what Slashy's saying?
Yo,
Let's say
I honestly think it's really funny to see Sonic characters suffer. That's why I enjoy looking
Anyway.
at Goro porn of Sonic.
As I was saying, I'm going to propose a hypothetical scene here. Let's say we do the chow races, and our premise for the
Yeah,
characters
let's do a
going to do
hypothetical
these.
scene. Tranny does not commit suicide. Okay.
Anyway, they go to these races on the preface of like everyone is still kind of stressed out over everything that happened, and they're, you know, Sonic or Amy or whoever comes up with the idea decides to take everyone out to this amusement park and do these races and stuff to try and
Bro,
get
that
everyone.
sounds so cool. I'm so interested right now. That sounds like a really
To
cool
kind of
fucking arc.
You want to
Dude,
shut
that'd
the
be so
fuck
much
up
fun.
and let me talk,
That'd be
motherfucker.
so
Just
much
ignore him.
fun.
Just ignore him. Just ignore him. Just wait for him to
Anyway.
finish talking and then continue.
So change the preface to the races are them explicitly trying to like kind of unwind and have some fun after going through something really stressful, and you could have some moment in the story in which I'm going to pick Cream for this since she seems
That's
like a
so
good
fun.
candidate. In which say something happens at the
Oh my god,
at the
racing?
park or
That's so
during
cool.
the race that kind of like causes
You know, where have
Cream
I seen this before?
He's gonna keep talking at AAR. He's gonna keep talking. You just have to ignore him.
Yes, yes, do what he said. Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, it causes Cream to kind of something sets her off, and she gets scared or panics for a bit and ends up running off. And Sonic goes to find her, and they sit down and talk for a bit. And the thing that scared her wasn't anything actually dangerous; it was just something that reminded her of her experiences
love
in the
female
Zombot
empowerment.
arc. So Sonic sits down with her, and they have a conversation. And Cream admits that she's still scared, and that what happened still bothers her. And she feels like she's a coward for like still being upset about it. And Sonic reassures her it's okay to still be scared and for
My
things to
board is
not
bad.
be normal just
Doesn't
yet.
lead anything.
It's okay if it takes a little while for you to be okay.
Mugger Chan, Lefty Pony.
You know? Like, it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take your time.
Yes,
You know? Not everyone's
it's
going to
okay to
bounce
be
back
disabled.
from this right away. Not everyone's going to feel normal right
Yes.
away. It may
Yes.
take some time. And that's
Yes.
all right. And we're here
Yes,
to support
trauma
you.
in children's comics. I love that.
Yeah, there are tons of children's cartoons that have talked
Alex,
about
Alex, stop giving him
but
attention.
alien concept in kids shows.
Yeah,
Alex,
do
you need
it.
to stop giving him attention. He's gonna keep doing this. You need to stop giving him attention.
I love trauma, dude. It's so good.
No, but I see your.
Anyone else want to
Yeah.
comment on the
Hey,
point?
can I offer a counter argument to the counter argument?
Mm.
Yeah, if they're gonna gloss over the if the
You
IDW
will
is-
enjoy the trauma. You will enjoy the bad writing. You will enjoy shit.
No,
you
we
will
don't.
lick the
We
boots.
don't. Now
Eat the
shut
bugs.
up,
You will,
big fag.
you will eat the bugs. You will live in a pod. All right, that's the level we're at.
We don't. Now shut up, Mimic. Let
no.
Moviesburg talk.
Can I have a counter argument?
Bro,
Yes, I
you're really
wanna hear it.
autistic, bro. Fucking LeMayo.
Ignore him, Moviesburg. Go talk.
Slashy, can I say something for a second?
Okay, yeah.
I think you're taking him a little too seriously. I
Bro,
think
I'm a real person. I'm not a bot. So like,
I know.
I'm not
I know.
trying
I just
to-
think you're sort of Slashy's sort of freaking out about Mimic, and every time he says something, you just like. I think you sort of need to calm down for a second.
I'm more just sick of him
Uh,
because I know what he's trying to do, and we need to
The
desperately
only reason
ignore him,
Mimic
but he's
is
actually
here is because
successful.
the guy who hosts this podcast likes to suck his dick.
no, he
Whoa.
doesn't. No, he
I don't
doesn't.
think.
He's my
I-
good friend. Very
I
good
mean,
friend. He's a
Movies,
very
we
good
need to just
friend.
let Moviesburg
Bugs.
talk.
They're fucking fuck buddies, and that's the only reason Mimic
Yes.
gets to stay in the call.
Maybe exactly.
No, he's actually a really good friend of mine. He provides me all these super like duper.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he
doxes.
provides you with really good talking salads, my dude.
Okay. Can I make my counter argument?
Yes, please, Moviesburg, please do so.
Yeah, he provides me with like all of the info that I need. All right, because I'm a super hacker.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
the
man.
Pentagon files.
Yeah.
Okay.
Moviesburg, please talk. I want to hear your counter argument because you're someone who actually likes IEW.
Yeah.
So please.
If they're going to gloss over.
Yo, but
If
You trying any ROM hacks?
Please let him talk.
Let Moviesburg finish.
Bro, they're actually making like ROM hacks. Well, I think they made a ROM hack of Whisper and Tangle. It's just a reskin.
I want to
of,
listen to
Sonic and
Moviesburg.
Sonic
Please,
1.
please let him talk. Please let him
Bro, I'm
talk.
trying to talk about video games right now.
No, I don't
What do you
care.
What
I
are you,
want to
some
listen
sort
to
of
Movie
shit
Spurg.
poster? Why are you
Hey,
interrupting me?
I kind of
talk.
hope that just everybody hang up and
AAR,
we can just have a
YouTube,
conversation
YouTube,
somewhere else,
can you-
and Movie Spurg can talk to
Slashy
his
and
friend, not
AAR,
Movie
can you
Spurg, Mimic
please
Bag
calm
can talk
down
to his
for a minute?
boyfriend.
I'm just waiting for you to talk, bro.
Let me after. Why don't we let Mimic talk about his video games first, and then we can just let him
One
finish his
dead, two
train
in
of thought.
custody. Holy shit.
You know what? You know what? Fine. Movie Spurg, let's let Mimic talk. If you want, if that's what you want, let's let it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mimic, talk about what you want to talk about. Let's just let it all out.
Alright. ROM hacks.
Yeah, ROM hacks. Have you tried any?
Does Mania count as well?
Huh?
Does Mania
Oh yeah,
count?
it does. Yeah. Yeah, but like, have you tried out the fat Amy Rose one?
Yeah, I have.
That's pretty
actually.
good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, same with the legendary.
It's actually
onion
pretty
ring
well
hack.
done, like surprisingly.
Oh yeah.
Like the
That's
sprite
really
animations are pretty
I've
good.
also got like I think SA2 in my Steam library. Yeah, been trying that out. And also SA1 too. So like people say that that the thing to get with for SA1 is the content, the Dreamcast content enabler.
Yeah, just keep talking about ROM hacks. I'm gonna
And
take
also-
a break. I'm gonna take a quick break to take a shower.
And also, yeah, and also, in SA2, like, do you know any good mods to play besides reskins?
Really? You can get bots?
Yeah, no, you can get mods for SA2, yeah. That's been known.
The randomizer's pretty good.
Randomizer? I mainly
Oh,
use
there's
random...
two. There's two. There's the fixed Emerald radar, which makes it work like it does in SA1, so it actually greatly improves the game, and the randomizer.
And also, like, I've used corruptors and I've used randomizers for
The randomizer
Mario,
it modifies the
Yeah,
game
I
so you
know.
get a
I
random
know what a
character
random...
every game. It's not a corruption.
I know
it's
what
not
a
a corruption.
Wait, it's not a corruption? Fuck, man.
No,
I
it
thought-
basically chooses a random character for every stage.
Fuck, that's so cucked, man. Like seriously, because the ones they use in Mario, they randomize which level. It randomizes the map. It randomizes
The music as well, and cutscene dialogue. So it does randomize a lot. So if that's what you're looking for, it might be up your alley.
No, I was
fixed
looking
radar.
for a randomizer. I was looking for a randomizer that fucked up the level design and everything, kind of like how it does in the Mario randomizer. So.
But I think legitimately the best mods are the online play, and Chow Garden expanded, the Chow Garden expansion, online play, and the
There's
fixed
online
Emerald.
play?
Yeah.
I think it requires you to do port forwarding. Like they don't have servers; you just have to host on your own machine, but you can play it online.
Play?
Yeah. Also,
sounds cool.
Yeah, you fucking checked out the .exe games on GameJolt? It's being hosted by It's being made by one Russian.
I think I played one.
Yeah, man.
They're
Those
pretty
are
wild.
like those are actually fucking quality, surprisingly. You know, like they aren't the ones of old where it's just the fucking jump scare fest. There's actually fucking mechanics and gameplay. You know, put it in place.
Hey, you know what we should all play sometime? Sonic Battle R.
You want to know what we should play sometime?
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, World at War Zombies.
Yeah, maybe. And also I want a fucking a LAN game on. Wait, I can just play Team Fortress 2 with TF2G. Fuck, and also V2. So, yeah, it's kind of a null point. By the way, the mods have gotten stricter ever since Alexander Grandy leaked those Discord leaks. You know that podcast guy?
Yeah, I've heard stories.
Yeah, QA is still a shithole.
Whispers from the far ends of the earth.
Yeah, no, and also QA is still a shithole. All right.
Well, it's just B, but with no porn. So.
Yeah, no, QA is essentially the worst parts of V combined into a board. Like, that board was actually stable way before the Alexander Grandy shit happened, and now it's an absolute fucking shithole. Or maybe it was always that way, because I've never fucking... Like, I've never used QA ever since the Alexander... Huh?
What happened to Crash? Like, when, like, Didn't Crash come out like this week or something like that?
Yeah,
Think
it's
Crash was
nobody
something
fucking
that
bought
came
it. I'm just
No?
saying, no one
No, I
bought
think
it.
it's just that most of the sales were digital. Those are
Mm.
Most of the
because
sales.
it was the
Oh.
physical sales that dropped
Yeah,
80%.
I just know it's. I just know it was. It got underwhelming. Underwhelming fucking. Also, has Crash still posting stopped? I don't see it anymore.
It's just because the rape fic ended. It's just less because
Really?
they don't have
No,
their
I only
fuel
mentioned
for the
Crash
It
fight.
ended?
because
I
of,
didn't know.
Yeah.
Really, it fucking ended.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking about like all the new
Wow.
anniversary games.
He finally ended it. Yeah, no, I was
But
going to
she
post it. I was.
was the
Oh, it's a she?
the person writing the fic was a she.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah.
What a loser, Linnea. I didn't know that. Like, I couldn't really care less. I've only made like a couple posts about it or whatever. And basically, yeah, no, a lot of people said I was seething over it for some reason. I don't know what the fuck, you know.
I just want a new game as well.
You
I
want
mean,
a
I'm
new
not.
game?
I'm not like really. I'm not really the type of person to be like obsessed with like a new game coming out. But I don't know. I just.
Also,
kind
by
of,
the
like,
way,
miss
there were
Sonic.
Sonny, you have something to answer for. There were a couple posts that were made towards me. All right.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if that was you that made those certain posts.
I don't have a comment, and I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what you're
Uh-oh.
what I'm
I
talking
really
about?
wish that.
Oh, these posts were a while back, so I can understand if you
wish
don't remember them.
They
But
were a while
a new
ago.
Sonic game.
yeah, man. My hope for the next Sonic game would be a chaotic detective agency fucking parody of LA Noir. Right, that would actually be unironically fucking Kino. Like
Yeah.
just LA
I know it wouldn't
Noir,
happen,
but
but
with
it does
the
kinda
chaotic
sound
detective
fun.
agency. Like
Alpro
unironically.
has a
would
similar
play that shit.
idea.
Also, is LA Noir on Steam by chance?
Uh,
Hold on, let me check. Yes, it is. Holy shit.
yeah, I think it was on Xbox or PS3.
Yeah, no, it was ported, right? Correct. Like
Maybe.
it was ported to PC. Oh no, it was released in 2011. Okay, never mind. It's always been. And also, you hear about the new Mafia remake?
For which game?
Mafia 1.
I never got into Mafia.
Yeah, me neither. But like, the thing is, it looks good. I wonder what kind of opinion V has on it. I know V's like terrible for asking for video game opinions, but you know, sometimes like they're fucking 100% right on certain things.
Yeah, but usually they're wrong.
Yeah, most of the time it's wrong. But the thing is, they are right on Cyberpunk 2077, though.
We'll see. I don't know. Really have no idea how it's going to
Oh yeah, also the Final Fantasy VII remake too.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I wonder what a Sonic game like that.
Yeah, Sonic.
Like.
What'd you say, Sonny?
I wonder what a Sonic game would be like.
What?
If it did.
What do you mean?
Something like. I didn't even know that Final Fantasy VII, like the remake, changed the gameplay style.
Yeah,
I
it
was
changed it
wondering
so
what Sonic
fucking
was
much.
like.
Well, it's not actually even a remake.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
I
it's
heard
like
it's a continuation.
It's just called remake is in the title. That's it's Final
yeah, but
Fantasy
still
VII
doesn't change
remake.
change the fact. Doesn't change the fact it's fucking terrible though.
Isn't it like what was it like some sort of extension or other alternative hypothetical or something like that?
I don't have any idea.
U.S. Catholics release Biden voter guide. Holy shit. Anyways, let's get back on topic to video games. Yeah.
To the franchise.
Yeah, on the video game franchise. Like, was that all you guys were fucking doing? Was just talking about fucking comic books? Like, how long?
Well, not just sort of Sonic in general.
Yeah, but it sounds like you guys just care about fucking comic books. Like,
Well,
seriously,
I mean,
Doesn't really. We're mostly
doesn't it
just
get old?
You missed
Talking
some
about
character
fucking
discussions.
Character discussions, yeah, but that's
Yeah,
still
it's
like
kinda
considered
like
comic
characters.
book. Like, you guys weren't talking about video games. That's the
Well,
problem.
we were talking about
You were
Team Sonic
referencing
Racing.
TSR for some of them.
TSR, arcade games aren't video games.
Oh, I knew that. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, that's right.
But the whole
That's
thing
exactly what I
is
was
that
talking to.
if they would have just like, I don't know if they. I feel like if there was like a show, or if they had more side games or something like that, then more people would be talking about it. And I guess that's
The
what
thing
the
is,
whole.
everyone was like Reddit Poggers 100 over the fucking the animations. That's the thing that Tyson Hess made.
Are you
I
gonna say
like
Tyson
them.
Hess is a hack? Are you gonna say
Yeah,
Tyson Hess is a hack?
he is,
White
and also
people?
he hates white people too.
Of course you're gonna say that. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
he-
mimic back.
I don't know. I like the.
You know,
the
like, and I don't particularly
animations.
enjoy people that hate white people.
But
All right, because
I really
you know
miss-
I am a white dude.
Yeah.
You know, that kind
Of
of
I
course,
takes
really
sense
of
to
course.
miss
that.
the idea of
My
of having like a
13
main
years
TV
ago
show.
Huh? What'd you say?
13 years ago today, Sonic was announced for Smash Bros. Ultimate Brawl. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I just remember
Yeah,
everyone
let's-
freaking
yeah,
out over
why
that.
don't we
Like,
talk
it was,
about- Oh,
it
yeah,
was
I did.
huge.
Why don't we
It was
discuss
huge
that?
I didn't
because
care
you
about
wanna know why
Smash.
it showed that
For
Nintendo
Sonic
was
being
willing
announced for
to.
Smash.
Yeah, no, it's because it showed that like Nintendo was going to start taking in third-party characters. Essentially, that's why the
Everyone
Well, it
cared.
really wasn't
That
as
was
surprising
Snake.
as you might think,
Because
because
Snake was the
there
first
was already
third
Olympic
party.
Games that the Olympic Games had just come out then.
my fucking Smash timeline is fucked up. I just know that it was a huge deal.
It was a
when
huge
Sonic-
deal because people wanted Mario versus Sonic. That was the
Yeah.
reason. They wanted their Mario versus Sonic thing. That was why.
Okay, but fuck, is Sonic any good in Ultimate? I haven't played Ultimate yet, so
Hey,
Actually,
Ben,
I
what is your
refuse-
opinion? What is your opinion of
Apparently
of
he's like,
Project M?
wait, what is my opinion on what?
Project M.
well,
Project M? What the fuck is Project M?
Wow, he's never heard of Project M.
No, I don't pay
Lucifer,
attention.
can you
It's
believe it? He's
the-
never heard of Project M.
it's the
I don't
brawl
know what the
mod
fuck is
that makes it
Project
more
M.
like Melee.
No, I'm new to this whole like Smash
It's a brawl
Bros.
mod
shit.
that makes it more like Melee and adds
Oh, it's a-
extra stuff.
Oh, it is? Really? Fuck. I don't really
But
play.
they add a bunch of, but
Yeah.
there's then offshoots that add all these new things, like new characters, because they were working on Knuckles before the game got canceled.
Yeah, sorry. I've never paid a fucking attention to. I've never played any Smash shit. So, I just know that like the Smash threads on V are so fucking annoying. I just have the word Smash, like anything related to that shit filtered. But I like seeing the. Oh, you want to know what I love seeing? The Banjo versus Steve threads. Those were fucking great.
All I just remember is like cons and
Oh, shit.
college.
Oh, I forgot
college
tonight's
clubs, like, being
tonight's the V.
obsessed with
Tonight's the
like,
V
Smash.
fucking party van for TF2. Shit, man. Fuck, I missed it.
Oh,
Like that's all they like think about.
Fuck, man. God damn it, I could be on the fucking party van on TF2 right now.
but instead you're here.
Yeah, instead I'm here. I'm talking with a bunch of idiots. Like retards. I'm just joke. I was a joke, by the way. So,
Mm.
I know some of you are autistic and can't, understand that sort of thing, so. But, yeah.
I never mind. I'm not gonna say it.
That was also a joke.
Ooh,
I am glad that I'm
Paradox.
on my medication again.
what?
70% of early voting in PS Dem. Fuck, man. That's rough. Yeah, sorry, I'm also browsing poll while fucking, talking right now. It's like, fuck, man. 70%, in Florida too? Shit.
It's over.
Yeah, it's over, Drumptar.
Are you, so I hate to get political, but what are you gonna do? But you do realize that if he loses the election, they're not going to believe that. You realize that the results are going to take a long time to come up.
Wasn't
Yeah,
there
I
a
know.
phase
It's not
where
going
like
to
people
fall
were
for any
trying
of
to
your
like
bullshit.
make political Sonic posts
Oh,
a
yeah.
couple weeks back?
Yeah, that guy that was, like,
Workout.
making all the
So
Antifa
fucking
posts.
stupid.
Yeah, man.
No,
That
no,
guy's-
it was something else.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what are you
wasn't
talking
that-
about?
Yeah, that guy...
Wasn't that
What was
one
it?
guy who was accusing Eddie of being racist and wanted to report all that, a bunch of other shit to find
Yeah, that guy's
food.
based as fuck. He sounds like he has a massive cock, so.
I just realized we're not even talking about
Course it
Sonic
is.
anymore.
I
We
know.
should go back and talk about Sonic. You know,
Yeah, but like that
because
was
we're
sort of on
talking about the
topic. though.
comics.
We're talking
Yeah,
about
no.
the
Also, by
general.
the way,
Yeah.
the inclusion
all
of
there is right now.
Why don't
the
we talk
inclusion-
about the
Yeah, it's kind of
animated
funny
shows
that you
then?
like,
Try talking
What?
about
It's
the
kind of
animated
like comics
shows.
or nothing.
'Cause- it's sort of like you say, like, cause you say we're talking about and then you go something completely unrelated to Sonic whatsoever.
No,
Kinda
we were
funny.
talking about video games. That's the thing. We were talking about video games.
Yeah,
then, like,
but
I brought up the fact that I was
this is
browsing.
Sonic.
Talking about the
Wow.
animated
Video game,
shows
Sonic.
now.
Yeah, but no, comic books isn't video games though. That's the thing, dude.
It's Sonic.
Yeah,
though.
but TF2 isn't Sonic.
Politics.
Well, it's video games, so.
If
This
you
is
want,
Sonic,
you can talk
not video
No,
about
game.
and
Ninjawa.
you want to know what you can do? You can
Life
just
is a
like
game.
ignore, you know,
Yeah, it's
like,
comics based on a video
and
game.
like you guys can talk as well. So
I actually wanted
That's
to
the
hear
thing,
Movie
I'm-
Spurt's defense about the metal virus. I wish AAR didn't leave because of you. Because
Wait,
you
she
allowed her
did?
to come
I didn't
back and,
notice.
actually bring up interesting. Of course you don't notice because you're too self-absorbed. But anyway,
yeah, I am very.
but I wanted to hear what Movie Spurt had to say, and I was hoping that we could have an interesting topic. Because believe it or not, when Sonata Pro, me, and AAR are in the call, it usually stays about Sonic for like the entire time. So kind of nuts.
Thing is, I like bringing a variety of discussions. So
This is not a variety podcast. You want a variety
And-
show? Go look at the Tonight Show.
and thing is, like people enjoy it. Enjoy listening to me. I've seen them. Some
No,
of the
they don't
posts.
because
Yes, they
they
do.
complain
Yes, they do.
constantly.
Yes, they do.
Except for a
When it's
handful of orbiters, they don't.
Yeah,
they
no.
don't enjoy you.
I have fans. You know, like thing is, I have fans. What do you have? Nothing, bro.
I could buy fan. I could
You
go.
know,
buy
you
fan
really
calls
remind me of
myself.
someone mimic that.
Yeah, who is that? Is his name Wings of Redemption?
No, you kind of remind me of Leafy, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, you do.
I do.
Like you sort of have similar like personalities and mindsets.
Well, thing is,
Yeah, they're
like,
both
I'll have you know
millennials, so it
that
makes sense.
that I've been watching Leafy since like I think when he only had a few 100K subs.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah, man. No, the thing is,
So, I don't. What even happened in the metal? Not the
Metal Virus arc. Okay,
No, no, no,
so
no, no,
so
no, no,
poor
no, no, no,
writing,
no, 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 I
even
already
more
know that,
poor
but
writing.
I was
People
just
died.
talking
You know.
about the first issue of the bad guys. I didn't
Bad
read
guys?
it.
Yeah,
this
all I know is
time.
that, like-
Isn't Starline just break a bunch of people out and then? form a
Yeah,
team
no, there's
of,
also
like,
a
the other
Hypno
villains?
Fetish,
And then he kneels to Chadvok.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mimic does some stuff. I forget what he did. I didn't really pay attention. I was just looking through it and I was like, God, this fucking comic is shit. You know?
I thought I only came back because I saw the puppet on.
Yeah, and also
on
the reason why
something.
people said that that Tangle and Whisper are good is because of stupid PC bullshit, and also because of Coomer bait, yeah.
But
And
I
also
like
because
them.
MGS, you know, funny Reddit, you know, Poggers 100 Memento.
Look at
So
What's the puppet though? Like it's a robot.
puppet, let's just say,
What's
I think Ian
Animal.
Flynn.
Is it even
I think-
supposed to be an animal?
I think Ian Flynn was watching the movie Pinocchio with his like children, if he has any. Hopefully, that man has never reproduced in his entire life. But yeah, he was probably watching Pinocchio. He's like, man, you know, I can make, you know,
This gives
I can
me an
make,
idea.
You know, this gives me an idea. I can get some more social media brownie points if I, you know, were to make a female version of Pinocchio.
Well, I think Evan was the one that came up with it, right?
Or Evan. I don't really give a shit. I don't really care. You know, it's just I just know comic bad, game good. You know.
Yeah, pretty much.
I also browse Reddit.com too.
Oh, yeah.
By the way.
I was about to say Tumblr, but I don't think Tumblr exists.
Yeah, no,
Well,
it
it still
doesn't. It
exists.
fucking wait, it does? I thought like
Yeah.
ever since, you know, since they banned Prawn on it, that it fucking died. Like, and nobody visits it anymore. I just know that all of the people that from I think it was NeoGAF and Tumblr went to form their own website called, I think it's called Reset Era now. Yeah, Reset
Did it
Era.
ever come to fruition?
Yeah, it did. It's an actual website, and if you want to see like a fucking horrid, like wasteland, like echo chamber, just go to Reset Era.
I never cared because I only saw the name on V, but I always thought it was Resetera.
No, it's Reset Era. That's how they pronounce it.
I'm still just gonna
But
call
yeah,
it
by the way,
Resetera because it sounds funnier.
I'm just gonna put it out here. You know, I'm banned right now. I won't get unbanned until 15 days, but hopefully the milestone does not happen. I'm going to be making a bunch of art.
So-
all right, it's very good art.
Is it-
All right, for this milestone.
The puppet. So
I know
puppet
the character I'll be
is-
using is very popular on QA. It's also very popular on V too.
What was
So.
I gonna say?
And it goes like, you will like the milestones. You will like name tags. You will not talk about video games.
Okay.
It's so good. I'll send you screen caps
So the
of
puppet
it.
has something to do with Mr. Tinker, but why is it
Or people think that
involved
looks like it.
now?
Yeah,
Honestly, I
podcast
just don't
guy.
want
When
another
you see
hero.
it,
I don't
when
know
you see
why
it,
we
you
have
fucking
another
laugh your head off,
protagonist.
man. Funniest shit in the
What-
world.
I don't understand why we have another protagonist character.
I mean, I thought it was an antagonist, but like.
She's really
I
just
wish she was an
Tails now.
antagonist.
At first, I thought, but like.
Yeah, no,
people were
it's
telling
just
me,
Pinocchio,
like,
female version.
because of like her outfit, and they said like Mr. Tinker worked on it, so. And, you know, it just kind
Tinker,
of feels like
yeah.
a lot of the characters that are like bright, they tend
Fuck,
to be like a protagonist like character. So I should have figured out that was gonna be like a protagonist and not an antagonist. But I was hoping for like a antagonist puppet character.
Oh man. You know, if you need the Crash Show posters to come back, I want them to come back during the fucking milestone, man. They need to.
Okay.
Wait, you?
No.
Confirmed.
Oh, don't leave. Okay. Okay.
So, Moviesburg, what was your point about the whole? What was your point about You were making a point about.
Yeah, podcast
You're
guy,
making a point. You're making a point
I hated them. They were unfunny, but
What about
goddamn,
the
I need
metal
them now
virus?
more than ever. You know.
I was trying to
Yeah.
ask what Moviesburg wanted to say because he had a rebuff against or a counter argument to AAR's point about like the new arc being tied with the previous one or something. Is that what you were trying to say? Because I know we were discussing that before we went off on a topic of random things.
Hitler rushed a boys, huh? What's
Is Moviesburg still showering?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he takes long
I thought I
shots.
saw
Yeah, no,
him
because
responding,
we
but
were
he's
talking
still
about
showering.
video games. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
man.
mean whatever. I mean.
Also, by the way, you have like a lot of disdain for.
Actually, I just got out.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Okay,
what did I
Moviesburg.
do to you again exactly, Slashy? I forget what I did.
I don't think he has
you know
anything
what?
against
I
you.
don't care to even entertain that question. You haven't done a lot. You're just really annoying. And you know,
I'm
not
really
gonna entertain
annoying?
that question.
Dude, that's
I'm not
weird.
going to
Can you-
entertain that question. So
can
I'm
you
just gonna
please
continue
apologize?
listening to.
Just
to
Hi.
why don't you just let Rubyspur just talk?
All right, I'll
Why
let
did
him talk.
you
I'll
already
let the
have to say?
autist talk.
Yeah, Metacritic, I like you when you actually try to talk about
No,
stuff,
that's not what I meant.
but you
I meant talk about metal virus.
keep around
No.
things.
Moviesburg, you were before you went off topic. And wanted to bring up because before you went off topic, I wanted to know what you wanted to say about the metal virus, or no, about the next arc being tied with the metal virus arc. Because my problem with it is that like the problem is this comic doesn't commit. Either have everything in the arc should like matter, or most of the things in the arc, maybe 80% of the things in the arc should matter, or have like none of it, or have like 20% of it. Like commit to doing one side, because right now it feels like a lot of some minor things matter in the arc, but a lot of important things like the way the characters were affected, like I would like if the story had just. My problem is that the characters don't seem affected by the metal virus.
Holy shit.
Shut up, Mimic Fag. I'm talking
Dude,
here.
sorry, I'm paying attention to something else right now, so.
Okay.
Dude, no need to be so rude about it, though. You could have just told me to be quiet, you know? Why are you so mean to me?
So anyway, that's the point, is to either commit to doing one thing where we're like, we're gonna have everything matter, or actually do don't do a continuity reset. The events can still matter and still be referenced, but just do what every other cartoon or superhero series used to do, and just have the world be reset and just go on to another story. Because I know what Archie used to have, world, whatever. Explain your logic behind that, because I want to hear what you have to say about that argument. Because a lot of people don't
play
see
Dead Rising 1. Oh, that's great.
So
Can
what
I
were you going
make
to say
my
about?
counter argument now?
Yes. Now I want to hear it.
Yeah. 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 If IEW wants to cross over all the trauma and recovery from the metal virus, at least to indicate that, time has passed. We really can't tell how much time has passed in between since the end of the arc.
Yeah, time is confusing in this comic. Which, here's the thing: not everything from the Metal Virus arc had to cross over. They're
Wait, yo, podcast guy.
Yeah.
Yo, you got Dead Rising in your Steam library?
So why don't you continue?
No? Oh, fuck, man. Dude, that fucking sucks. You could have been playing Dead Rising.
Sonny, who do you mean continue?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm trying to focus.
Yo, what
on
about
the
Day of Infamy by chance?
I don't understand your point, Movie Skirt.
Hey, Mimic, you will not take your meds. You will talk about
They could have actually. They could have.
You will not take your meds. You will talk about the comic
effects of the Metal Virus
You
arc
will.
via B plot. They could have had it. They could have had it work around with bad guys and explain how. They could have done a B plot with the bad guys, so people who are really hardcore fans.
You will browse pull.
Yes.
While the
Shut up, Shut up.
Uh-oh.
You will report.
Eastberg, what did you want to say?
You will suck the Janny's cock.
Can we end this now, please?
No.
Please?
No, I wanted to have this conversation. I actually wanted to talk about
This is
this issue.
This podcast is
Honestly,
doomed.
Moviesburg, I actually wanted to have a
won't come on
conversation
next time.
about sort of continuity in the comic, because I thought that would have been an interesting conversation. Because I just think that they should have just commit. Just commit. Either everything's gonna, because all it makes it come off as though you're setting up all these traumatic events, that it's very easy for that the characters don't see. We spent all this time building up the characters being affected by something, and now they're not affected anymore. That's what it comes off as. You can't. I would like to hear a counter argument that it just sounds like the characters got over their trauma really fast, which is really silly. If they had just done an entirely new story, it just let it be not a full-on continuity reboot, but just a world reset, then I don't think people would have minded as much, because they would have just got this story's not going to be referenced. This is probably some indeterminate time skip. We're just moving on to a new story. We're not going to think about this anymore. My problem is that we're still thinking about the Metal Virus arc because they haven't fucking let us forget about it. I don't know.
Honestly,
I know I'm crazy.
The Metal Virus arc was probably the worst fucking thing they could have.
It should have never happened.
No, actually.
Oh no. But
actually,
here's the thing,
it
though.
It could have been a good premise, but the thing is, they fucked it up. They fucked it up
No,
so hard.
But I don't understand if you're trying to get away from the Metal Virus arc, why are you continuously referencing?
Because
Like,
Ian's
make your
a terrible
mind.
writer, and he's a retard. That's why.
But Ian's not the one responsible. It's Evan. This is part of the reason I don't trust Evan. Is there's a lot of writing problems
Evan,
with Ian Flynn.
You want to know what the red flag was? Just letting a woman write or draw anything.
So
That's the
what
instant
about
red
like
flag.
the other?
I'm not an
short
incel or anything. I'm
stories
just
that
saying, just like
kind
whenever
of
they,
reference something similar to.
whenever female writers.
What are you
get involved,
talking
that's
about,
when it usually
Sonny?
goes to shit.
Explain.
It's very rare when it's good.
It was one of the
Besides the Mass Effect
It
writer.
was like one
Must
of
be
the
a
children
shit.
books. I can't remember which one.
Oh, you mean Tales of Terror? Those were great.
It kind
I
of
love
did the
Terror.
same thing.
Yeah, no,
I just
I'm
don't
not-
know why they
Isn't that a
reused the
book?
story plot again.
Well, the reality
It's a
is that
book.
Sega's not
Yeah,
really
no, I'm
paying
not reading
attention
that
to a
shit.
lot of
I only
things.
read shit with pictures. I'm a retard.
They're just not really paying attention to a lot of things.
I'm retarded.
The stories are fairly different in a lot of ways, and Sega's not paying attention. Flynn has been wanting to do this idea for like years, back when The Walking Dead was popular. So,
The Walking Dead became shit after season 2.
So my point is just like, why would they had just done and people are like, oh, I think people come to me and they're like, oh well, Evan Stanley is a different writer, so you're never gonna be pleased. But people can fail in different ways, and not just because Evan Stanley is a different writer, it may be better than Ian Flynn, does not mean that she's going to be
It's
great.
going to be the same level of quality that Flynn produced.
I don't think it's going to be the same level of quality.
Imagine the metal virus.
Because she's not even a writer, like a real
Imagine
writer.
No, I agree with you. Actually, I'm not going to disagree with you on that. It's part of my suspicious that she's never really aspired to be a writer.
And her comic book is only held together by the artwork, and even then the artwork
So why don't they
sucks.
give it to someone else?
Do you want to know the real answer? And feel free to disagree with me if I'm wrong. Honestly, part of it's because no one else wants the job.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. It really is just like. So I'm gonna let you in on a secret as to why IEW would probably never hire, as much as I want her to write for it. They probably would never hire AAR, even if she got working on it. She would probably not.
You're the person that's typing in the fucking general saying AAR should be hired by IDW.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so.
I was
I don't
trying to
know.
make a point here. I was making a point that
she will not be better than
I don't
what's
know,
already happened. I'm just gonna be real with you,
TV
man.
show.
have you read her
People
stuff?
Make fun of
I
the
have
TV shows,
read
but the TV
it a
shows
little
are probably
bit,
better.
and
than
it's not that good.
Okay. What have you read that was not
Whatever.
Reborn? Because she's
It's
been
like-
writing stuff that's not Reborn. So tell me what
Stuff
you've
that's
read that's not
Oh,
Reborn.
I thought you were talking about Reborn for a second. I was like,
No, she's now writing canon stuff, and I would honestly say it's better than Reborn. But
She's running what now?
she's writing stuff that's meant to be fit in the Sonic canon.
Okay,
She's writing
I'm just
stories
gonna
that-
drop a major red pill on you. Fan fiction is usually most of the time fucking terrible.
Okay,
Alright.
did you read this one? Did you read her story? I don't think you're gonna like it because you don't like Sonic that much. You don't like anything that's not.
I do. I like classic Sonic. I love ROM hacks. That shit's
I
good.
just pointed out you don't like anything that's not classic, so I'm not. It's like, don't think it matters. So I chose.
Yeah, no, you're
Anyway,
saying that classic
I
Sonic
wanted to get
isn't
back to
Sonic?
Sonny's question. What Sonny was saying was that no one really wants that. Like, a lot of people don't want that job. It's probably something. It doesn't pay well, and there's really no opportunities for growth.
Well, the thing is, IDW is gonna go under. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. The company's gonna go under. So the reality is that they'd have to find a writer who they could trust would deliver. So here's the thing: you have to find a writer who will work for your piss poor wages. Will work for your piss poor wages. Work under your restrictions.
You mean the child slave labor wages? Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So you're gonna get pretty much autistic people who are obsessed with the franchise. You want someone who's gonna work for piss poor wages, and is going to be reliable as well, and work under your demands for turnaround and quality control, which basically means follow the mandates. And it's not gonna be hard to find someone.
Look, I'm just telling you, writing, I'm not trying to lick boots or anything. I'm just saying, writing in the comic book industry, there's fucking strict deadlines with this shit. All right.
I know, but that's
really
part of the
fucking
reason why it's hard to find someone, because anyone who was good would. I'm gonna tell you this
It's
right
like-
now.
Hmm.
Never mind.
It's
I-
like
let me let
it's
him
like
finish.
living in like writing for IDW is like working inside of an Amazon fulfillment center. It's fucking depressing.
Actually, that is a good analogy.
Isn't that a lot of places?
All right.
There's a lot of places, but it's also something that like you don't get talented people working in Amazon facilities. You get people who just need a job and don't have a lot of choices.
Honestly, I'd just rather do fucking construction out of all the fucking things.
Like
I don't know. They could have just probably used all that and just like make a
here's the
TV
thing.
show instead, and more people would be interested.
Oh
And
shit!
probably
Well,
better
TV,
quality.
TV shows tend to have like higher well here's the thing, TV shows tend to have a higher budget, so here's the thing, because you need more viewers, you don't want to have shit writing. You don't want to have you don't want to spend all this money on a TV show and then have shit writing on it. You just don't.
Actually, there's one operating right now that does really fucking well. Do you want to know what that cartoon is?
Teen Titans Go?
Yes. No, but thing is, actually, it has a bunch of fetishes in it, so I guess that's why it's super popular then. You know?
Yeah, there's a couple of weird scenes, but
Yeah,
feel like-
no, there was one episode dedicated to fucking farting, I think.
yeah, that's
I'm just saying, like the TV shows.
You know, brapping.
I don't know. I
so-
think they're probably just more enjoyable, and they're probably like. I guess the thing is that
You almost there,
things that you
Elizabeth?
see.
Hey, Mimic, can I ask you something, and you can
What's
tell me
up?
if I sound nuts? Or can I just tell you something that's funny? A lot
Yeah,
of
what's up?
IEW defenders honestly sound like MLP fans. Like, there's a lot of things that they will
Of
go
course,
and
it all goes
defend.
back to the fucking horses with you.
I'm being serious. Like, if you, I know this sounds like something you would argument you would make, but like,
I just can never understand why are people so into a show with horses? All right.
Why not?
well, why are people into a series of hedgehogs?
Huh? Because I grew
They
up
like
with it.
peop-
That's why.
Well,
All right.
People
I
like
wasn't
colorful
Mario
technically
kid growing
everyone
up.
then. But I guess what I'm saying is that all the stuff from like IDW or
No,
all
the
the
thing is-
comics or whatever.
No, the MLP
could probably-
shit, it's all fucking organic. It all starts like when they're fucking adults, alright?
You could probably take that and put it in a TV show, and it would probably, I guess, be better or go a little bit more smoothly or whatever. I don't know. That's what I think.
Say, Mimic.
What's up?
What would happen if you? Would you
What happens
like
if I
to
what?
have your own podcast?
Like, thing is, I read the use that people give me. Well, not the use that the use that people give the podcast, right? And the thing is, there were a couple use saying like, you know that like one time where we were just talking about history podcast guy.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people found that like really good for some reason. So, and
Yeah.
and people saying they used like that I make really good fucking conversation for some reason. I thought I was a retard, autist, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
If
So
I were
how?
if I were to do Twitch streaming, it'd be fucking.
Yeah.
Be either programming or playing TF2.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
yeah.
a
Those are
programmer,
good.
Mimic?
Huh?
You're a
Yeah, those
programmer?
are
I
good.
didn't know
Sounds
that.
like good spin-off ideas for you.
And also, like, I'm into fucking like making maps for Source games. So,
Maybe you should do that instead of trolling, like, just
but
because.
it's so fucking entertaining, though, man. Like, trolling is like fucking great entertainment, my guy. If you really.
Wouldn't it be better to be loved for doing something
No,
legitimate?
I don't know.
No, and the thing is, the maps that I make for Source are literal shitpost maps. Like,
Of course they are.
they were.
Of course they
made-
are.
They were made so fucking terribly. You know, it's like kind of the whole point of it. You know, and also they're extremely fucking hard to complete. They're beatable. I do play them, and I legit sometimes get fucking frustrated, but when doing them, so. I also make like maps. I think for fucking Gmod, Prop Hunt too. So. Trust me, that's an easy way to get like downloads and likes and shit like that. Just by making fucking prop maps. So
Yeah, there's a lot of some of those maps are more lazy than others.
oh yeah, definitely. Like there's clearly some sort of autist that like puts so much like God knows how long into it.
I mean the Kleiner factory was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, that was really fucking good, my guy.
You should program something Sonic related. And
Something
you should
I
make
mean,
a visual
like
novel.
thing is, I've been thinking a while in my head.
You should make a
about
visual
making
novel.
about making a I think what's that city called in SA2 now? Fuck.
City Escape.
No, not City Escape. That's just fucking
Central
San Francisco. Yeah, Central City. As a
Central
Left 4
City.
Dead, as a Left 4 Dead 2
San
map.
Francisco, yeah, it's what it is.
No, I've been thinking about making Central City as a Left 4 Dead 2 map because there are no Sonic maps on Left 4 Dead 2. There's Mario, yes, like, and also Resident Evil, but no Sonic-related maps.
Why is it not a classic Sonic map that's, you know...
Use yourself
Green
for
Hills?
good.
I mean, like, I could make that, but that's gonna require so much fucking time, man.
What's your favorite level?
Favorite level in all of classic Sonic? That'd be Hydro City, and it's not
Very nice.
Hydrocity, it's Hydro City.
Hydrocity.
No, it's Hydro City.
It's Hydro City. Generation
I
says
know. I like saying Hydrocity, but
Oh, it
Even if
is.
it's
It is
wrong.
Hydro
No,
City for real. I thought it was.
It's Hydro City and also oh my god, it's the fucking it's like Green Hill but in a city. I think it's like Starlight Zone. I think it's called for Sonic 1.
Starlight.
And for Sonic 2, my favorite would be Casino Nights. So
pretty good.
Maybe it's time to close it
Yeah,
up.
what's that?
I'm not even talking about. I'm getting ready. I wanted to have a whole long talk about the writing in the comics before
I mean, you
Mimic came
can.
in.
Yeah,
You can, bro. I don't really care anymore. I'm just like browsing. I'm just browsing fucking VG, QA, V, and VST all at the same time.
Slashy.
There's always next episode.
Flashy.
Yeah.
Yo.
No one's
okay.
gonna interrupt. He's not gonna interrupt you now because AAR's not here.
Oh no, I do wish AAR was here because she has interesting insight. And
What?
I
Yeah,
wish that
but
she didn't have to leave.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but see, but
Fuck, man.
I don't
Also,
think
and
but
also
I think she just,
podcast.
but you kind of, yeah, but you kind of keep annoying her. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
Yo,
what. It's playing.
podcast guy. Yo, you know anybody else that could fucking play COD World at War? Like any of your friends or?
Flashy's here.
Yeah, you actually
Really?
could. I technically do have it.
You
I'm not
could?
sure if you want
Kick
me
his
to.
ass.
I have to first get good at it. I could technically
No.
buy the game. I have the PC for it. I know Podcasting On and I were talking about it before.
Yeah, Mimic, if you like,
Also,
if you like AAR's conversation, to at least try and treat her with a bit more respect.
I mean, like, thing is, I like talking about video games in general. I don't like talking about comic books. So,
That you don't have to participate in that conversation, you know.
you know, but like, thing is, it's a video game board. All right, bro.
The
Like, we're
problem is that you don't actually talk
Yeah, but it's
about video games.
I mean, it's a
I
Sonic
know that-
thread.
Yeah, but look at the board name. Look, what does it say to me? What does it say to you?
Wait,
all right.
wait a minute.
Can you read
Wait
that
a
out?
minute.
Like,
Well, all the
Wait
other
a
generals
minute.
talk about
Were you
non-game
the canon
stuff. So
artist?
why is it suddenly
That
bad
means
when
I
Sonic?
What do you
You're
mean?
the guy
What do you
who
mean?
talk
Like
about
they talk
team-
about non-game stuff? Like, please name me the general.
Like,
that
they
I
talk
talk
can
about
talk
game
about
stuff.
speed battle then.
Speed battle,
Yes.
Mimic,
I mean,
were you the
please-
guy who kept changing the OP?
huh?
Were you the guy who kept changing the OP?
No, and also that OP was good. All right, why did you change it?
Berg, I have a counterpoint. Even if Mimic did it, he wouldn't admit to it. You do realize that he wouldn't
Yeah,
You
admit
probably
I
would
did it.
actually.
I did it.
I think you
Yeah,
would.
that was me. That was me. I did it now.
Um,
Yeah, so what? So what if I did? What if I did change the OP? Yeah, and I changed a few links too.
Oh yes. So I'm
You
upset
might wanna
because
check
I
that.
don't think I could convince AR to come back because
Yeah, she's not
very
coming back.
upset with you. And
Why?
I wanted to have a whole
Slash-
I don't
conversation.
understand, man. Like, why? I literally have all these conversations all the fucking time, All right,
Because
this
you-
podcast guy. And the thing is,
because
he
you
never gets fucking mad. All right,
Because you keep calling her a dog fucker and all that.
When did I call her that? I've never said
You
that
did
word
say
once.
that.
When did I say that word? Like, tell me.
I think.
When?
I mean, being 100%
You
honest.
said it today.
There was
Yeah.
one
admit it.
time. There was
You won't
one
admit
time
it.
I called it. Okay, but that's it, really. Like,
You
know,
spammed it in the threads,
But-
dude. I don't even care. I'm not even wanting to have this conversation with you. I wanted to
spammed
go
it in
back
the
and
threads.
talk
Yeah,
to
that was
Movie
a
Spur.
long
But
fucking time ago. Why are you so bothered
Everyone
by
keeps
that?
bringing back like just keep
Bring it.
talk.
Everyone,
I mean, everyone
well,
just
it's
keeps
not my
talking
fault.
about
It's not my fault. My orbiters, all right, and
irrelevant
my
stuff.
fans bring that up all the fucking time. So.
You're the one who
Mentioning
started it because
names.
she was a furry, okay? And I'm
But that
done
was
with
so
this
long
conversation.
ago.
But that's true though. Like, anyways.
There you go.
Like,
There's
it
the
just
problem.
keeps going on and on and on.
Oh my god.
But it's true though. Like, have you seen the recent furry dramas and shit like that? Like, fucking hell, man.
No!
Like,
All
what
right.
is
Anyway,
wrong with fur
Movie Spur,
fags?
I actually wanted to know this. What was your defense for that other story being tied in with the Metal Virus arc? Because you said you had a story, and I was like,
Yeah.
what is it? Because I don't
Alright,
think that it
gotcha.
should
It'll
have
get
actually
done.
been tied in. And for the record, just to be clear, Mimic, I'm actually making a point with the games here because what AR wants the comic to be is ironically, what AR and I want the comic to be is on some level more like the games. Like,
Well,
no joke.
Pictures are not video games to me, so.
Then
Well-
why? You know, Mimic, you don't have a part. If you're so offended by comic talking, why do you even participate?
Why do I ruin it all the time? Like, comic discussions? Like,
Maybe, yeah. Look what happened here, you know?
No,
Yeah.
Mimic. I ruin
Just
comic
be-
discussion. I don't even have to be a part of it. People just
yeah,
spout
I
my
pretend
name
to
out
be
randomly.
stupid.
Just because you don't like something doesn't mean you have to ruin other people's enjoyment of it.
Well,
yeah, but this is
Oh,
this
no,
is
no,
Movie Spur,
no,
Movie
look
Spur,
at the
Movie
board
Spur.
name. Look at what the board name is called. Can you please read that out to me? What the board name is
So
called?
your excuse is
Movie
Can you
Spur.
read? No, please. Can you read out to me what the board is named? All right.
Movie Spur.
What is the board name? Please tell me that.
I don't think you need to understand.
No,
Yeah,
I really
let me guess,
want you to
your-
read out what
your
the board
excuse
name is
for
called.
everything is 4chan. You just think you think just because you're on 4chan
Why do you
gives you
guys
the right
derail
to
the
be a dick
topic
about
so
everything.
much?
Yes, I've also been a dick on Reddit. I've been on Twitter, and all of them got banned. That's why I'm even here in fucking 4chan. I would have never came to 4chan if I was never fucking banned off of if I was never banned off of either Reddit or Twitter. So
Oh, I love you.
Yeah, see, you kind of kept doing it to yourself. Did you?
you know,
kinda-
like no, one of the reasons what brought me here is because I basically called somebody a fucking retard. The mods banned me, perma banned my fucking account on Reddit. So
Yeah, you kind of keep doing this to yourself.
how
Well,
am I doing
Movie
this to
Spur,
myself? It was
Before
rightful.
you go, because this is going to end soon, I actually wanted to know your defense for that plot point.
What plot point again?
Didn't he? Already?
Why did they have to bother with Omega being stuck as a head? Why did that have to be a thing? Why they
Because
if
he
they had done
exploded, dude. He exploded. He heckin' like blew up and shit like that. They
Oh no,
ripped his
but they
head off.
could have just had him get repaired. They didn't have to destroy him. And B, he could have just been repaired in between stories.
Thing is, they gotta
no
follow,
one was
like-
going to question if at
He
least
got his
I
head
wouldn't have
ripped off.
There's
questioned.
always
Zombies.
people questioning everything.
No, but
Actually,
honestly,
I'm not
I'm gonna make a mimic to your argument. I'm gonna say this honestly.
Mm.
If the stories in IEW on their own were legitimately good, people wouldn't be questioning about things. The reality is the comic doesn't give you enough to talk about because it's not that
No,
interesting.
even if it was good, there'd still be fucking people asking questions about it. No.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there might be people asking questions, but I don't think people would be annoyed with it. The comic just isn't interesting
What
enough.
do you mean, people? Look it on Twitter. Look it on Twitter. You really think STHD dictates the fucking Sonic community? If you think that, then you must be delusional. Look at how many people bootlicking the comics in Twitter.com.
Hey,
All right.
hey, Mimic, I'm going to tell you a little secret that's surprising, and it's going to make you vomit. I've talked with a fair amount of IEW fans, and I might as well throw Movie Spurg in there, and shown them AAR's work. Like the work she was doing that I was
Yes.
paying her for.
Yeah, I like
And
the
they like
AR's
yes.
work and IDW.
Yes, we get it. Your sister's really good fucking writer. She's really good artist. You know, she doesn't deserve any criticism whatsoever.
She does deserve criticism.
All of her work is fucking fantastic. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, we get it, dude.
That wasn't the point I was making, actually, was that... So, the point I'm going to make to praise AAR and make the point I'm going to make is that I think that if the comic did do more interest, like it came up, it did more character exploration, and did, even if it was what I want it to be, was a self-contained story. If it was more interesting on a story level, like the plots were more engaging with more creative and unique conflicts, and the pacing was much better, IEW fans would probably like it.
People still fucking question shit all the fucking time, no matter how good it is. No matter,
I'm sure they will question it, but I think there would be a lot more praise.
Hell,
I
thing
think
is, like, why do you think people still, like, you know, shit on Dark Souls 2 so much? It's fucking good. You know, I'm like, sorry you got filtered and casual. You know, I'm sorry you got filtered, alright? But the thing is, it's a good game, though. That's what fucking matters.
It's just, it's so letting down, like, compared to what it's supposed to be.
I just see a kind of a lot of people who kind of praise the comics, or at least.
Oh no, I'm not saying.
No,
Look,
I'm on Twitter right now. All right, I'm gonna.
It's not even just Twitter either.
Go on Twitter.com right fucking now.
Most people
type in
complain
IDW
about, like,
under
Shadow.
search. Look, type into the search bar IDW, and guarantee you're gonna see fucking bootlickers.
Because everything's gonna have fans. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna shit on myself for a second.
Right,
but
then
MLP had fans.
Why didn't Fallout 76 have any fans when it fucking run? Everyone fucking hated Fallout 76.
Oh, there's some other
Okay, sorry. What?
You know, why did No Man's Sky have no fucking fans when it dropped? Everyone fucking
No Man's Sky did have fans, but you know why No Man's Sky had a lot of haters?
I'm saying when it fucking dropped. All right.
Because Sean already lied about it. There were lies everywhere about that game.
Anyone that goes against the hype train, it's fucking. You know.
Okay, Moviesburg, I'm not going to give into this because I never heard your argument, and I wanted to hear your argument in defense of that because I know you're trying to.
Next episode. Please kill this podcast now.
Why?
What's gonna happen next thread? I mean, shit.
Why? What's wrong with me making conversation? Alright, thing is, I actually I try to provide, decent, you know, 4 out of 5. All right.
Okay. Here's
I
the
just
answer.
wish you weren't just a dick too.
I'm not a. Wait, what? Bro, I am the nicest person here. Okay?
I just wish you weren't a dick too.
I am the nicest person. See, Sunny agrees. Like, see, she's laughing right now. She agrees with me.
I think she's laughing at you, dude.
No, she's laughing with me. See, because I'm right, 100%.
You know,
hey, Sonny, are you laughing at him or you're laughing?
You better say fucking. You better say no, or else I'm gonna fucking come over the screen.
Yeah. I don't think.
Can we please end this episode now, please?
Lo, I liked it when
this
Sonny
ride never ends.
I'm a little bit
now.
Okay.
We are going to have a serious talk after this episode.
Oh yeah, I know. Don't worry, Moose, for the Sonny messages.
Wait, he sent you messages, bro?
Am I going to be involved in that talk? I'm not being serious. Do you want me involved in that talk? Because I'll join the call if you want.
Well, I guess AAR has to be in that talk too.
Wait, you guys are going to have a call without me?
I honestly don't mind ending this episode at this point. If Moviesburg is really this upset, I don't mind ending it. I don't want to upset him.
Oh my goodness!
You're gonna not let me have say.
The thing is, I don't have your Discord account.
The council will decide.
The council will decide. Okay, I'm going against
Moviesburg wants this ended, and I'm going to end this conversation.
I'm so
I'm going to go talk with AAR, and I'm going to go. Bye.
I never knew I made crimes against Discord. You know.
Don't worry, Moviesburg. I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.
Hey, yo, podcast guy, how do I forget? Pray for forgiveness from the Council of Discord.
You gotta send
I gotta send a written apology. How?
Yes.
You have to kneel
the same as always.
to Chadvok.
Oh, so you're the Chadvok guy.
Yeah, let's end this now.
Don't. Yeah, sure. Here we go. This is the end.
Yeah, man. But
Thank you.
yo, how do I like write that letter like a written apology? All right.
We'll just write it on like ink and papyrus. And
Like I need to pray for. But yo,
I need to
Loki,
go
are you
to
gonna like
another
hold
community.
up a fucking Discord call? Are you
Go back
legit
on
going to
a
do that?
Neo.
That sounds so gay.
Have a good day. Have a good night.
Alright.
Yo, Sonny, you still haven't like given me your Discord. Like, how do I let us slide in there?
The call button is right there.
Alright, this is the end. Adios.
Yo.
Alright.
Yo, wait, pod. Hold up.
Bye.
Yo, pod.
Yes. Hey,
Bye.
people.
Yo, are you seriously gonna like fucking hold the Discord call?
I mean, I made messages like left and right now, so I can't.
Wait, really? What did they say?
I can't check it out.
There.
You can't tell me? Oh, I thought we were best friends, bro. You know, how could you betray me? We were best friends. We literally fucking played
end the call!
Alright, we're done. Adios.
Yeah, man. Yeah, also, make sure to fucking contact me in like 3 hours. We can play some TF2.
Yeah, like, alright, 3 hours exactly.
Yeah.
So look at your time now. and see.
You will end the
Noah,
call.
you are my friend.
You will eat the bugs. Yeah.
I love you.
Yeah, also one more thing. The thread's going to get a whole bunch of new soy jacks they can use without the sort of being banned by moderators. Because they are somewhat quote unquote on topic discussion. You will report Mimic Facts post to the mods.
Adios, amigos. For real.
Yeah, see you retards.
Adios.
You see ya.
Goodbye.